Hello, everybody. Welcome to Awesomecast number 32. I am your host, Brandon the Awesome, and here's my co-host, Kuil. Please say hi to
aka
the
John the
audience,
Cat.
Kuil.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It is January 2nd, the first stream of the new year. And let us see who is in the chat. Happy birthday, Matten. Awesome. So it's not just one day into the new year. It is Matten's birthday.
Congratulations.
And Jordan EU Purist, welcome to the stream. Iron Inquisitor will be joining us, but it'll be slightly later, because he is tied up with some personal matters. So let's put it at that. So it's going to be like a bit more of a laid back stream, talking about all the new stuff that's going to be appearing, that's going to be coming out this in 2026. The stuff we're dreading, the stuff we're looking forward to, which frankly isn't a whole lot.
Nope.
But first, I figure, why not make fun of something from several years ago before kicking off what we're going to be seeing in the future. Star Wars Sexplained with everything I love about The Farce Awakens.
Oh, goody. Soundwave himself.
What? No way,
No,
man. He doesn't do Soundwave.
no, but he tends to talk in a very monotone voice that makes Soundwave sounds more expressive.
Oh, and you got this is a movie about space wizards intended for children. Because, of course, Star Wars is for kids, even though we have, like, the Brutus beat-offs. We've got a lot of degeneracy surrounding Disney Star Wars.
All that's left for him is to wear a t-shirt that says edited by Marshall Lucas.
Oh, Lord. Don't give him ideas.
Awakens turns 10 this year. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I wanted to go through and talk about all the moments, big and small, that I love about the movie. So let's just get started.
The thing I liked about it ending so I could get out of there and puke my brains out.
Like the opening shot. The original trilogy all had Star Destroyers in their opening scenes, and seeing that familiar shape as a silhouette was both a nice nod and a way to help ease us into a new era.
Except A, it's shot completely wrong, and B, congratulations, you're applauding them for stealing from A New Hope.
Yeah, because the Star Destroyers always goes towards or away from camera, and all we see is the silhouette. Okay?
Exactly.
Showing the glimpses and flashes of the stormtroopers in the transport was also great. I recall seeing that in the trailers first and feeling intimidated by the updated design, which I do like. BB-8 is...
Which immediately went down in flames because, good lord, is the First Order not intimidating in the slightest.
No.
Justin Aravello, the fake fan, is here. Congrats. Whoopee.
Phenomenal. He's one of my favorite things to come out of the sequel trilogy. He's a
because merchandise. Because Disney gave you free merchandise. That's why BB-8's your favorite.
Yep.
Lord.
Crazy new droid design, and the first time I saw him in the trailers, I just assumed he would be entirely CG. But the fact that he actually rolls around is wild to me. I've seen the inside of one at DragonCon, and I still think it's wild. It's a crazy design that still feels right at home in Star Wars.
What?
Okay, stop it for a moment. He mentions that BB-8 is a practical effect, which is mostly true because there are scenes where he's a practical effect in the movie, but there are some shots in the movie where he's completely digital. I mean, that shot right there, he's completely digital. The shot where he's passing by Finn to go to Poe Dameron in the Resistance base, that he's digital right there.
Hypocrisy, thy name is Sexplained.
Yep.
Star Wars Forge, welcome to the stream. Sorry about that.
I honestly feel bad about the puppeteers that were responsible to operating BB-8 in every Star Wars movie, because I used to follow one of them, and they honestly look like a very nice guy. His name is Brian Henry. Basically operating BBA almost like he's a lawnmower.
So similar. So in a way, you could say he's the Kenny Baker of BB-8 in a way.
Yeah, him and another person because he's operating BBA in one way, and here's another one doing it almost remote control.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for almost everybody involved. Because Oscar Isaac and John Boyega can go screw themselves.
And his characterization.
Well, and J.J. Abrams, too. I almost forgot to say that. Screw J.J. Abrams.
And Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. Especially J.J., because not only did he kickstart this, he also managed to kill both Star Wars and Star Trek.
Ironic that he didn't direct the third Star Trek movie.
Yeah, but he still started it.
Yep.
Throughout the movie is delightful, feeling his emotions through his sounds and gadgets just like R2-D2. Finn's introduction,
Except R2-D2 is more iconic and actually matters to the story.
Yep.
is fantastic. People criticize The Force Awakens for being similar to A New Hope, and they're not completely wrong.
They're not completely wrong, which means they're wrong about something. Because you can't accept that we are completely right about pretty much everything Star Wars related.
Yeah, because even if they agree that they're right, their mindset isn't going to allow to accept the reality that the
There always
sequel
has to be an
trilogy
asterisk.
is bad. Yep.
Good lord, freaking Funko Pops. Oh, surprisingly, no baby Grogu.
No, but
Instead,
you
we
see
get Yoda.
Yoda there.
Yoda,
Baby-
don't go there. Is that a 30th anniversary Star Wars? Oh, that is a 30th anniversary Star Wars action figure in the background. You don't deserve that.
Oh boy.
But seeing a stormtrooper recognize the horror of what he is a part of is not something we've seen before. Having him be marked by streaks of blood became an iconic image, and of course it's also
An iconic image, they say. It doesn't even last that long.
No.
Not only that, it's like, congratulations, your brainwashing doesn't work. Because reasons.
good, easy way for us to be able to keep track of him. I feel like we start getting an understanding of his character immediately without seeing his face or hearing him speak for several minutes. Kylo Ren's theme is rad, obviously. John Williams doesn't miss, and it really sells Kylo.
John Williams missed, and it wasn't even his fault. It was Disney because they just wanted him to do retreads of the original music he did.
Yeah, John Williams tried to do original scores that feel try to do scores that feels original but still feels a part of Star Wars, and yet JJ wanted the exact same thing but kind of different.
You cannot recreate the epicness that is Imperial March.
Nor the Emperor's theme.
CJ, welcome to the stream, dude.
Introduction. I think I'm going to be talking about introductions in this video a lot, but showing him stopping a blaster bolt with the Force was sick, and the effect of it remaining flickering there while Poe walks by, yeah, that's great.
Why doesn't any other Jedi do that?
It's kind of funny how everybody at DC trying to erase the prequel trilogy when making this movie, and yet somehow they allow themselves to use blue blaster bolts which appear in the prequels.
Again, hypocrisy. That name is Disney. Kylo Ren was lame, and that scene was dumb. Like, why doesn't anyone else do it? Hell, why didn't Vader just do that when he was in Empire Strikes Back at the dinner scene?
Because he didn't want to kill his friends because he needed bait for Luke. That's how they rationalize it.
I think Phasma is a great design, and I love the trend it kicked off.
Phasma is literally
no.
Phasma is just a stormtrooper painted silver. She was a nothing burger.
Hell, she was actually meant to be Kylo Ren until that design was rejected, and then 3 weeks later, Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Hey, I like this photo. Let's put her in the movie."
Where she proceeds to be even lamer than which proves to be even lamer than Boba Fett, because at least Boba Fett had a coolness factor and did stuff.
Yeah,
And the expanded universe made him into even more of a badass.
and the prequel shows you how he was born.
Right. I'll probably be on in an hour or so if the stream is still going. Yeah, we'll probably still be going by then.
Of having different colored armor for special troopers. Without
Oh, gee, it's not like we haven't seen that premise before.
Yay.
her, we might not have had Captain Cardinal. I also think it's great.
Who?
I think it's somebody from the Disney expanded universe, or maybe the Red
Don't call it the
Pilot in Star Wars
expanded universe.
Resistance.
That's an insult.
Sorry, the Disney universe.
Having Gwendolyn Christie in Star Wars. I love Poe's shock at being on board
Too
a
bad she was wasted in this.
First Order Star Destroyer,
also,
like
wait a
he had
minute, wait a
been
minute.
fighting them for some time.
If the canon in the sequel trilogy is correct, Paul Dameron was already inside a Star Destroyer before, so him seeing here being shocked shouldn't be that much of a surprise at all. Or once again, it's a problem with the continuity.
Sorry, I was focusing on something else for a second.
But didn't realize the full scope of their size and danger. Ready for another character introduction? Good.
Oh, yay! One of the most insufferable characters in the history of cinema. A character that has earned the hate, that has deserved every amount of hatred she's ever gotten.
I really don't want them to make the Rey movie.
You, me, and everybody else that was born with common sense, buddy. Nobody wants a Rey Palpatine film. Mecha G75, welcome to the stream. This is why I stick with Godzilla. Sorry for going off topic. No problem, dude.
Because it's Rey. Nearly 5 minutes just watching her day to day, seeing her scavenge a Star Destroyer, which is simply cool to begin with, but it establishes her comfort at climbing and her knowledge of ships and all things technical. Of course, we get
Okay.
Knowledge
hell
of all
that
things
means.
technical. There's nothing technical. All you do is just strip a ship for parts and that's it.
Yeah, just to get by every day.
another banger of a theme from John Williams. We see her fears that her
You know, they say these are banger of themes, yet I hardly ever see anyone, use them or talk about them.
If they did talk about it, it'll probably be like almost like an off-topic conversation.
And they, of course, won't give any explanation why.
entire future will exist on Jakku while she scrapes by to survive. We see how long she's been living in an AT-AT by herself, and she still has a sense of wonder and whimsy, throwing on a helmet to pretend she's somewhere else. It's all so charming, and then we see her saving and caring for BB-8. And that noise he makes when she agrees to take him in is adorable. I love that whole sequence. Also, to jump back a bit, the polystarch effect is really cool. I like Kylo Ren's ability.
Really? You're talking about a freaking piece of bread?
Yeah, a piece of bread that I can make in a couple of seconds in my kitchen. That's not.
Oh,
revolution.
ooh, great effect. Piss off. Stop sucking Disney's pee.
To use the Force to take information by sheer power. It takes me back to Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Mace doing
Oh, good lord.
Why?
He had to link it back to TCW, the show that kickstarted the death of Star Wars. This is going to be fun.
Yep. Cad Bane looks like he's
the same to Cad Bane
Yeah.
in the Clone Wars. Finn breaking Poe out of the finalizer is one of my favorite Star Wars scenes.
The finalizer, is that seriously the name of the ship? Are you kidding me? That's not even cool. That's stupid.
Well, it was either that or they stole it from the original trilogy, the Devastator. Do you know which Star Wars movie introduced the Devastator? A New Hope.
No. No, I'm afraid I don't.
It was A New Hope, the opening shot.
Oh shoot, that's the one?
Yep, it's called the Devastator.
Huh, I thought it was called by a different name. But that shows me. Wait a minute. Oh, how the hell did I change? Oh, I see. I accidentally clicked on something. That's why. Okay. You learn something new every day. And I was trying to flip it. I was trying to look for something else to react to while because the finalizer sounds like the Disney trilogy in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is.
A decade later, the Disney trilogy were just as hated as the prequels, aged like a fine wine. Justification.
Their immediate banter is so fun. I love that Poe knows he's just being used to escape, and he smiles and he's like, yeah, we're going to do this. But it's once they're out in the TIE fighter that things get great. Quickly learning to work together, celebrating as they take out some turbo lasers, Finn getting his name and telling them it's good to meet each other. It makes me so happy. I remember being in the theater watching this scene, nodding and thinking, they've done it. They've got me. When Finn gets to Nema Outpost and he asks for water and that one guy goes, blah, 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 I make that noise every time. I love it.
That's you whenever you make one of these retarded videos, dude.
Or when he's, in the bed with Molly.
What?
Or when he's making a sound in the bed with Molly.
Ah! Why'd you have to remind me?
Yep.
Or is that when he's screwing the dog?
No, that's too far.
I don't know. Melvin does it. So that's fun.
The Happabore puppet is wild. It looks great. Let's talk about Finn meeting another.
Oh my god, you're literally just this video.
Also,
he's just saying this is great. This is great.
Also,
This is Disney. This is Disney cocksucking 101.
Also, I don't think the creature. It looks a little bit too CG to appear practical.
Yeah, it does look a little too CG.
The Happabore puppet is wild. It looks great. Let's talk about Finn meeting another character. His introduction to Rey is also wonderful.
You know, they speak about upgraded TIE fighters, but they act identical, if not worse, than regular Imperial TIE fighters. Like, all I think they really do is they gave them hyperdrives. Somehow.
And it would have been better if they actually sounded different, so that way you can be like, okay, this is a Jedi Interceptor, this is a TIE fighter, and this is a First Order TIE fighter, and each of them sounds very different.
But no, they have to copy the iconic sound of the twin ion engine.
Yep.
When they have to start running from the First Order and he keeps taking her hand and she keeps objecting, but then when he falls and he needs help, she offers her hand and they run off together. I think
because strong female women don't need help from no man. It's been a hot minute since I've read that, and I read that all out of order. So I'd have to go back and reread it in order to really form an opinion on it.
That's awesome. I also love when he's got the wind knocked out of him and he asks if Rey is okay and she gives that exasperated, yeah. The garbage will do introduction for the Falcon is pretty funny, and
because, of course, shit on old Star Wars. Shit on the Millennium Falcon by calling it garbage.
Like, I know Luke Skywalker called it a piece of junk, because it's like, Okay, that's it. He called a piece of junk, and that's it. And eventually he was proven wrong.
Eh. She may not look like much, kid, but she'll get you what you want to go.
Chase
Exactly.
sequence is super fun. That shot
If not impossible, because they totally should have been killed.
It's not the first time I've seen a sci-fi movie where people with zero experience just fly a ship magically.
they used from the trailer is great. BB-8 getting thrown around is funny. Flying through the graveyard of giants is neat terrain, and then literally flying through a superstar destroyer is awesome. But my favorite part might be right after, as Finn and Rey hype each other up about their escape. I have criticisms of The Force Awakens like any movie, but man,
But of course, they're going to be extremely minor and the only criticisms that you're allowed to give because of your Disney masters. Isn't that right? You
Yes,
can't
that is right.
dare you can't dare to say that Rey is a Mary Sue. You can't say that Finn just suddenly being a good guy makes no sense. You can't say any of that.
And if he did, he loses all of his DC privileges and loses and also suffers financially, forcing him to sell everything that we see in his counter just to get by for a month.
Can't believe I used to like this movie. What was I on? Possible Hopium and or no, you were on Hype. That was what you were on. But don't worry, so were a lot of us.
Yeah, I was also
Characters-
on Hypium, and I'm
So
a
was
prequel
I.
defender.
I was high on Hype. And I wasn't even old enough to really recognize that the movie was going to be crap.
and their relationships are not among them. And I love Kylo Ren's outburst immediately after. Going into episode 7,
Congrats. You love the fact that a grown man throws a tantrum like a 5-year-old. No, that's too mature. 3-year-old.
But
2-year-old
Brandon, Anakin,
fetus.
but Brandon, Anakin also throws a temper tantrum in the prequels. Why are you giving him a hard pass?
When did he throw a tantrum?
Did you forget when he killed those Tusken Raiders?
That wasn't a tantrum. That was an emotional outburst.
Yeah, from those Tusken Raiders killing their mom.
Duh.
like a lot of fans, I wasn't expecting the new villains to be as good as Darth Vader, because how could they be? But I think it's pretty genius to make the villain's primary fears and motivations about exactly that. He will never be as strong and powerful as Darth Vader, and that pisses him off. So he overcompensates, and he wears a mask he doesn't need, and he throws temper tantrums.
Actually, I am going to totally say it. I actually think that he needed the mask because there's no way Adam Driver can look intimidating to me.
And I think that's also by design, because when they cast Adam Driver, they probably realized they needed an actor who doesn't look intimidating, but would wear something to make it look intimidating.
Of course, they decided to completely scrap that. Shoot, I keep clicking the wrong window.
I think leaning into the idea that Kylo could never live up to Darth Vader is smart. Finn and BB-8's interactions on the Falcon are delightful. BB-8's shock at hearing Finn isn't with the Resistance and the thumbs up with the lighter, iconic. My favorite bits about Han and Chewie's first scene
Also cringe.
are Chewbacca basically rolling his eyes at
Oh shit, I got a ping on Discord, but I don't know why. Oh, it's just Star Wars Scram.
Han being a hero, or rolling his eyes at Han saying he'll talk his way out of the Guavian Death Gang situation, or
Yes, we're just gonna skip over the fact that Han Solo got character assassinated.
Yep.
More like a vengeful lash out, talking about Anakin's Tusken massacre. Yep. Anakin, at the very least, was justified in doing what he did.
Yeah.
even agreeing with the gangs. Speaking of, the Guavian Death Gang is a really cool design. I like their foot soldiers. The best thing
Dude, seriously, are you just going to talk about every single freaking background detail? Lord.
about Kanja Club is that 2 of them are played by Yayan Ruyan and Iko Uwais from the Raid movies. If you've never
What, who, where, what, why, how, when?
Okay.
Captain Thievius, my man, welcome to the stream. I don't care if Lucas's original story treatments would have contradicted the EU. It would have been infinitely better than the sequels we got. Yeah, are you kidding me? We could have had a live-action Dark Talon. That would have been super hot. And no, I'm not just saying that because I find her incredibly attractive. The fact that they admit that Kylo is not a Sith is basically proof that they don't know what they're doing.
I initially thought he was a Sith until I found, oh, he a Knights of Ren. What the hell is that?
And you'll never figure it out because they don't bother explaining it.
Nope.
Ha.
seen them, they are absolutely incredible action films you should check out. I was so bummed the 2 of them didn't get to actually do anything cool in The Force Awakens, but they probably would have.
That's because they're there for you to go, ooh, I recognize that actor. Because bloody hell, how many times are they going to keep hiring recognizable actors for roles, for cameos like this? I will never get Jack Black and Lizzo out of my damn head.
Outshined everyone and everything else in that scene. The use of the bowcaster is a lot of fun throughout the movie, blowing baddies away at every turn. Okay, so I don't love Starkiller Base, and I'm not going to harp on that, but I do.
Isn't technically the way they handle the bowcaster a little contradictory? Because I don't recall it blowing away hundreds of soldiers like that.
No.
Okay, let's see. Do I want to do that next or? This would be. I think that would be a good one. Leaving the shield side definitely did me wonders. Snapping out of the Disney Matrix, man. Good for the soul.
Do like how it's been expanded upon in the 10 years since, especially the slow trickle out of hints that it was actually Ilum until that was finally officially confirmed in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That was a fun mystery to follow. I like the
It was not.
No.
It was Damage Control 101.
Also, it wasn't even this game that actually confirmed it. It was actually, yeah, it was actually the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary that actually confirms it, which was released a month before the Rise of Skywalker.
Because that's how they get you. Double A, yes. Fun. Welcome to the stream, dude.
Misdirection of Snoke's introduction. I remember being worried he actually was a giant, but the reveal that he was simply a hologram was fun. I like
even though he doesn't look like any hologram we've ever seen before or since. Whoops.
Also, another thing about the prequels, they also put Anakin's flag from his pod racing days in the Phantom Menace in this movie.
Oh, bloody hell, of course they did. Where is it?
I think it should be down here, but obviously the camera moves so you can't see it.
That's Kanata's castle.
Okay. But of course, nostalgia baiting it. Starkiller Base is an insult not only to super weapons in general, but Starkiller as well. Yeah, because guess where they stole that from? Both the original draft of Star Wars and later Galen Merrick.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker, Luke Starkiller. The Force Unleashed, The Force Awakens.
he was a giant, but the reveal that he was simply a hologram was fun. I like Maz Kanata's castle, and sure, it's this movie's version of the Cantina in A New Hope, but there are some fun alien designs in there. Grumgar and Bazine Natal.
And no recognizable designs from the previous films either.
Yeah, I don't see Greedo anywhere.
I don't see Twi'leks. I don't see Bith. I don't see Grands. I don't see Dougs. Devorians.
I don't even see Wookiee. Sorry, Ewoks.
Are probably my favorites, but I've got a soft spot for Bazine after reading Delilah Dawson's short story about her perfect weapon. I also
Oh god, man, stop shilling. You're shilling too hard.
really like the Crimson Corsair, especially knowing that he's got the last living clone trooper on his pirate crew.
Impossible. He should have died out by now.
Well, let me tell you how he survived. His name is, I think it was Nick or Jesse, and he actually discovered Order 666, or rather, the Clone Wars version of Order 666 to the Inheritor ships. Count Dooku found out, put him in a stasis spot, and in trying to take him somewhere on the galaxy that is separatist control, but then another war happened, it got derailed, and basically the guy has been in stasis for over 50 years.
That sounds
Turns out,
convoluted as all hell.
oh yeah. I'll probably send you. Sorry, tomorrow I can send you the link about the character's history because it's literally called the Lost Treasures of Count Dooku.
Oh god. According to Sexplain, the only good things about The Force Awakens are the superficial elements. Because that's all this movie is. It's barely any style and absolutely no substance.
It's a delicious chocolate cake where it has good frosting, but where's the layers inside that makes it all worthwhile?
I'll tell you where the layers are. The layers are actually shit.
Corsair, especially knowing that he's got the last living clone trooper on his pirate crew. Maz's comments about Chewie make me chuckle every time. Who doesn't like?
Because apparently now Chewbacca just commits adultery now.
Or rather, Maz Kanata is committing adultery because apparently she's 1,000 years old and Chewbacca is almost 240.
Ah! That's disgusting.
Also, once again, this is also contradictory to that anti-prequel backlash. Oh, we embrace practical effects and yet, oh, we hate Jar Jar Binks and yet the character that is supposed to be important to this trilogy is CGI. Guys, make up your fucking mind. Is it practical or CGI? I know the answer. Do them both.
Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. I feel like you got that from Rise of the Dark Spark. Shill too hard and the consequences are devastating.
Oh boy.
Would have been simpler to just make him the son of a clone trooper that inherited his dad's armor. I can't help but appreciate TLJ because it made everyone retroactively realize how terrible The Force Awakens was. It was vindication for me. Sweet, sweet validation.
Though I think to some people, they got their validation possibly through Rise of Skywalker because you remember there were some people that still liked The Last Jedi, and then
those people were pretentious pricks. That's why.
Yeah, and Rise of Skywalker took a dump to it.
Either way, I'm just glad when these people eventually left.
Like that Wookiee.
Rey, except for that one idiot on X who still thinks Rey is like the best thing ever. Dear God.
No.
His force vision when she touches the lightsaber is really cool and well done. It's very dreamlike, the way she's almost falling through the past, seeing
it doesn't look like any kind of force vision we've had in the past, and was basically just a big mystery box of which we would never figure out the answers for.
What are stories but mystery boxes? Am I right?
Yeah. Ja FF03, welcome to the stream, man. The Force Awakens is ass. Actually, it's Newton's laws of physics I adapted.
Scenes shift, and I love how they repurposed Alec Guinness's voice to say Ray.
Oh my god, you had to drag Alec Guinness into this?
Yeah. There's a line in one of the movies where he says afraid, and they just remove the A and the IAD and says Ray.
Oh my
And then
god, they couldn't even do Ewan McGregor. It had to be Alec Guinness.
No. They actually did. Alec
Wait,
Guinness is saying Ray, and then Ewan McGregor was brought in to say, "These are your first steps."
oh good lord.
And they also brought in Frank Oz, or rather archival audio of Frank Oz as the spirit of Yoda.
Guinness? Is it Guinness or Guinness? Am I the one saying it
Guinness.
right? Oh, okay, so I'm saying it right. Sexplained isn't. Screw you, man! I'm better than you.
Wanted to wait until Hux's speech to talk about him, because Donald Gleason is chilling delivering it. The character has turned into more of a joke in the next two movies, but he had a real edge to him in The Force Awakens. I wish the New Republic...
He was giving his all for a movie that honestly was just shit. Him, I actually feel kind of bad for.
If he actually ever appears in a Comic-Con here in Puerto Rico, I honestly would just take a photo of him, and on the inside feel bad about what he had to go through in this fucking trilogy.
If I ever met him, I would say, I am so sorry, and then just leave. Like, I won't even explain why. I'll just say, I'm sorry for you, and then I'll just leave.
Well, most British citizens are smart, so he'll probably understand what you were saying.
Public were more featured in the movie, but I do think it was a good move to show some people on the ground of Hosnian Prime reacting to their inevitable destruction.
Even though we don't give a crap about him because they didn't bother to establish the New Republic.
And
why should I give a crap?
And originally it was meant to be Coruscant.
Oh, bloody hell. Really? They were supposed to destroy Coruscant?
Yeah, until the Lucasfilm story group, for all their faults, actually told JJ and the others, no, destroy any other planet. Was that like the only time they destroy?
Sorry? Was that the only time that one word came out of their mouths? Because it seems like they say yes to a lot of other dumb bullcrap.
Yeah, but they were like, nope. Coruscant is one of the most popular planets in Coruscant. You will not destroy it. Destroy any other planet you want to name, but Coruscant, you leave it alone.
Even the sex planes a bit that Hux was turned into a joke in the next movie. You cannot just defend these movies. To try and do so is to invite failure and humiliation and mockery and the end of your validation. And nobody will ever take you seriously ever again. Sorry about that. Your rage is so strong I can actually hear you from the next country. Why, thank you, man. I hate Disney Star Wars with a burning passion. Every fiber of my being is dedicated to hating Disney Star Wars. I hate it with my mind, body, and soul.
Good. Let the hate flow through you, my friend. Yeah.
I love how Jar Jar Abrams' big defense for the scientific inaccuracies of that Star Killer base beam was Star Wars isn't a science lesson. Complete fraud. Yeah, it's not like this series hasn't gone in depth with explaining how its technology works. Oh, wait.
And it was effective because I did feel bad for and wonder who Corsella was until we got to learn about her in deleted scenes.
Who? Oh, also deleted scenes. Come on, man. Deleted scenes aren't necessarily canon unless they're put into a novelization. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's also something I never understand, even in video games, where some people often say that the novelization or even the comic book adaptation of Star Wars The Force Unleashed is considered canon, and the video games isn't, even though they started as video games first.
Well, as far as I'm aware, the Force Unleashed novel is kind of like toned down aspects to make it fit more in universe with the rest of the expanded universe. That's what I've heard anyway.
FN2199 is a gift, or TR8R traitor as the memes dubbed him. I just love that people
You mean a random stormtrooper that just gets a unique boss fight for some reason? Seriously, what was the point of sucking up a sun to shoot a laser at 5 planets? Just blow up the star in Hosnian system.
Because they wanted to show that Starkiller Base is even more powerful than the two Death Stars.
Even though the Death Stars work totally fine. Shoot,
Yeah.
the dark saber could have worked just fine, except that thing blew up when it tried to fire. Sexplain tried to explain, but once again, he couldn't sexplain out of his point. It shows just how much they hated the prequels and actual Star Wars fans. Because, of course, destroy Coruscant. Even though Coruscant didn't originate in the prequels, it originated in Heir to the Empire, a sequel to Return of the Jedi. Hypocrites. TR8R has nothing on Fordo. He has nothing on Fordo. He has nothing on Alpha. He has nothing on Bly. He has nothing on Gree. He has nothing on several stormtroopers that have actually been the main character of several Star Wars stories as well. Like there was one Watson Loyalty that had it was a really well done story on a stormtrooper trying to uncover a saboteur aboard the Death Star, which ends with him dying as Luke Skywalker shoots the torpedoes into the Death Star.
Interesting.
Since the story takes place during the events of Episode 4.
Latched onto him a decade ago, and it was such a fun time on the internet. Remember when there were fun times on the internet? The March of...
There were... Oh, yeah. Remember... Oh, yeah. You mean the fun times where you guys didn't become the absolute, become the absolute jokes. It stops being fun when you become the butt of the joke, isn't it? You reap what you sow. Wolfscar, welcome to the stream, man. TK622 is that stormtrooper. Also, here I am. Shoot, every time I keep getting that Discord ping noise, I keep thinking it's Iron Inquisitor. Skippy solos the Disney Wars. All hail Skippy the Jedi droid. How's it power scaling? I'm just assuming you're saying I didn't think power scaling. I was thinking quality. Like in terms of quality, because Skippy the Jedi droid in terms of quality is amazing. Like it just is. You can't compete with Skippy the Jedi droid. I love that story and I'll defend it to my grave. The fun times before people stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, someone tell that to Sexplained. Tell him the Kool-Aid went stale years ago.
I don't think
The Resistance.
he's drinking the Kool-Aid. I think he.
Oh
is
no,
the
it's his
Kool-Aid.
wife who's drinking the Kool-Aid. He's just the unwilling victim.
No. She's not drinking the Kool-Aid. She is the Kool-Aid.
Right. Normally, I wouldn't advocate for a divorce, but in this case, I feel like it might be justified.
Yeah, they got to.
Oh, you hate it because the writing's bad. No, you hate it because there's a lesbian.
Oh
Good
my God,
Lord.
that was so horrible.
Like I'm opposed to that ideology till the day I die, but that's not the only reason I dislike the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Remember when Star Wars had good
reasons-
writing, good games and books? I do.
Me too.
Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, there's legit reasons why people hated the Acolyte and a bunch of other DC Star Wars stuff.
But but
Sure.
no, the shills just want to plug their ears and go. They don't want to hear it. They'll just make up whatever they want. I'm all for lesbians, especially if they're hot. Well, you got to get some enjoyment out of it now, don't you?
This is a banger. I find myself humming it all the time. And
I seriously cannot remember a single tune from these. And this is a guy who will blast Star Wars music all day long. I have the Star Wars theme set as my alarm noise. Mostly because I got sick of my last alarm music.
Of course, I'm a sucker for dogfights, and seeing such a big one in atmosphere like this with X-Wings flying over water, I love it. And Poe's big run, taking out like a dozen ties in one go, so sick. He was supposed to die on Jakku, and I'm so glad he didn't.
Only for him to get bitch slapped by the Holdo from for The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Skippy still dominates in terms of quality, writing, or force powers. That actually gives me an idea. Ooh, I cannot wait to see what your idea is. If it has Skippy involved, I'm all for it. Who knows? Maybe I should change my profile picture to Skippy the Jedi Droid. I'm sorry, John Williams phoned his score in from orbit. That seems to be the thing. It's like you get James Mangold, the guy who directed Logan for Indiana Jones 5, and that movie turned out to suck. You got John Williams, and his stuff sucks. Like, Disney just is like a vacuum sucking all the talent out of these people.
And you know the crazy thing about this? That most of the songs, especially in Rise of Skywalker, feels like a greatest hit medley, and it somehow gets nominated for an Oscar.
That's because the Oscars haven't. That's because the Oscars have been rigged for a long time now. No one cares about them anymore.
I mean, they're doing better these days, I think, and I hope they stay that way. But yeah, it kind of feels like
Oh no.
that they
Okay, so
have
the
that
Oscars
Disney
got
has.
better, but the Game Awards got worse.
Yep. I mean, they give The Last of Us Best Adaptation Award,
I'm gonna be a
and that
father.
and that is from season 2.
The OST in these movies are mid as hell. By the way, what does OST mean? By the way,
Original soundtrack.
okay, I was wondering what that meant because I'm only familiar with soundtrack.
Well, that's it. That's it. It stands for original soundtrack,
Okay.
which is funny because there's nothing original in this trilogy.
If you listen carefully, Ray's theme is just a remix of the Hogwarts theme from Harry Potter. You were right. Not even the music's original. Damn it. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't know. I don't plan on ever getting into Harry Potter for a lot of reasons.
Did you watch the movies or just read the books?
Neither.
Oh,
It's kind of a religion thing, so that's why.
okay.
Oh, goodness. Things got even more interesting. Don't they always get interesting on my channel? They're sucking the life out of any franchise they touch, like Darth Nihilius sucking up a planet's life essence. Except Disney doesn't look anywhere near as cool as Darth Nihilius. Nihilius? Nihilius. I think it's Nihilius.
Really like 3PO's introduction, jumping in between Han and Leia. And honestly, I liked the red arm. I wish they kept it.
Why? Why do you like the red arm? Because because it was made for the sake of selling toys and had no real explanation in the films.
No, and they even also explain it in a comic book how he got a red arm.
You know what? That actually makes me wonder if that was supposed to be based off, their own version of his 3PO silver leg from A New Hope.
It is. It's supposed to be their version.
Does he have that silver leg throughout the entire original trilogy, by the way? I can't remember it.
No, in episodes 4, 5, and 6, he has the silver leg, but in this trilogy, they actually took the time to paint it gold.
Okay, because I think the reason why was because it was a Droids comic that explained why he ended up getting a silver leg. because it was like part of a droid rebellion thing.
Hmm.
No, it was part of an assassination plot, I think. I actually have to read the story because I only remember the synopsis from the comics companion. Snoke is a remix music from Darth Plagueis. Jedi Prime, welcome to the stream. Grandmaster Chris sums up Alex perfectly. I like Thing. Okay, moving on.
Love Finn and Poe meeting up again. They've just got the best chemistry. Dr. Cologne.
So why didn't we get to see more of it? Oh, apparently they had such great chemistry that people wanted to see them be gay for each other.
I mean, yeah, you have a
Fan
Latino,
ships,
you have
man.
a black guy.
Shippers are the worst.
The worst.
Mia telling Chewbacca he's so brave is wonderful. Such a great tiny comedy beat. I wish she were in the other 2 sequels. I think,
Dude, what the hell, man? She's a one-off. This is stupid.
it's great they waited nearly 90 minutes to show Adam Driver's face in the movie.
And what an underwhelming reveal that was.
Well, it was actually meant to happen earlier when they were editing the movie. You know the scene where Hugs are talking to Supreme Leader Snoke?
He
That
was supposed to
scene was
remove his helmet.
No, he actually didn't have this helmet right there. But once JJ decided that we're gonna make this the reveal, then Ireland had to go in and paint his mask digitally, along with the cloak.
Couldn't even bother to go ahead and reshoot it.
Nope. Again,
Darth Nihilus attempts to eat any of the Disney planet's energy and gets indigestion. Oh no, I think he gets a full-on bowel removement because of it.
Is one of the best performances in the whole trilogy, and he works even with a mask on.
Oh yay, the giant crybaby gets to be the best actor in the entire Disney trilogy.
Yeah, here, this is the scene that I was telling you about.
Okay.
They shot both of these scenes together, and eventually, like I said, the one shots where he's talking about let's use Starkiller Base to destroy the Republic. That is where the mass is CGI.
Okay. Good lord.
Also really like Kylo's rivalry with Hux. The way he turns away embarrassed when Hux walks in on his meeting with Snoke is great. It's played up enough throughout all the sequels, but I could have absolutely done with more interaction between those two. Daniel Craig.
Oh, congratulations. We get a Megatron Starscream level of rivalry, except done way, way lamer.
Yeah. Snoke is Megatron somehow, and then you have Starscream and Shockwave fighting for attention.
Except who is who?
Nobody knows.
Why does this movie look ugly? Because it's fake Star Wars, that's why.
Craig's performance as the mind-tricked stormtrooper is so fun. The way he casually announces he'll drop his weapon and then does exactly that is perfect.
Okay, we're just going to skip over the fact that Rey suddenly knowing how to do a Jedi mind trick is stupid and shouldn't even happen, but okay. We're just going to skip over all of that because you can't come up with a bullcrap excuse for it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good lord, 6 Funko Pops. Dude, you have a problem. I am so glad those stupid things are finally going out of style.
And I think there should be more where at the end of the screen.
Oh, Lord. Do not compare this movie to anything good like Transformers Prime. Oh, I was referring more to the 84 cartoon because that's the one I'm most familiar with. I have not really watched Prime. I frankly think I think it's a little overrated.
Maybe, but if you have some free time, you should give it a chance.
I'm already in the middle of Beast Wars, so I'll have to. That's gonna have to wait a bit.
All right.
I love the other 2 stormtroopers that nearly walk in on Kylo's tantrum and just decide to turn around. While I don't love
Star Wars,
Yay!
I'll take fart jokes over these. Ray shouldn't know how to use any force powers. Like, at best, enhanced reflexes. Nothing else. Discount Spaceballs. Suck. Suck.
Suck.
Suck.
Suck.
Suck. I actually watched that movie last year. It was great.
I should watch it at some point, but I'm also not gonna watch the sequel.
Oh, Lord, I forgot. Why'd you have to remind me there's going to be a Spaceballs sequel?
Because we
Star
had to
Killer
make
Base
fun of because we had to make fun of Disney, right?
Right.
itself, I do really like the way it looks when it's draining a star. I just think it's cool. And the setup for the
You know, that's also improbable because it's like, what happens if you run out of stuff to drain from the star?
Also, I don't think there's
Like
that
what? Can you
many
move the
stars in
planet out of
galaxy.
orbit?
No, worse, the planet turns cold.
Colder. It's Ilum.
Yeah.
You know, fake Ilum. After 10 years, it's still hot dog shit. Of course you do, Alex. You like to drain a lot of things. How come the snow isn't melting as the sun is... Oh my gosh, there's so much improbability. They did not think this through at all.
battle itself, that as long as
No,
there's light, they
Maybe the rationale is going to be that's not snow, that's just the ash from the fire or something like that.
It's a snow planet.
I know.
have hope is a creative ticking clock. Harrison's delivery of the line, "That's not how the Force works," is amazing, followed up by the "Oh, you're cold" to Chewbacca. I also think it's
At the very least, that's like the only clip worth using because it describes everything in Disney Star Wars perfectly.
Yeah. That's not how the Force works.
That's not how Star Wars works. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Amazing. It becomes a meme because it describes Disney Star Wars perfectly.
a nice moment for Finn as he learns to trust the Force even when he doesn't understand it, since he will eventually realize his own potential in it. I love Finn and Rey's reunion.
Something that never happens. It's just, I have a feeling.
Yeah, and also it was never meant to happen, but then the backlash of The Last Jedi was so huge, and JJ had to be brought in to quote unquote save it. It was like, okay, all of the fan theories that people created, put them in this movie. Raise a Palpatine. Finn is Force sensitive. Bring back Luke as a Force Ghost. I don't know.
Wait, is this the corporate shill that pretends to be a Star Wars fan? You're going to have to be a little more specific. That's all of them.
But he is like to be the general of it.
You don't have to be a little more specific. That's all. Shut up, shill. You've lowered the IQ of an entire planet. It should be called Brain Killer Base. Of course the woman has to save herself because the damsel in distress trope is stupid nowadays. I am not looking forward to the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Well,
But that's
it's
going to
not
be...
ju-
We're going to discuss that later.
Well, the damsel in distress trope can still be used, but of course it has to be done in a way where, the damsel is in distress, but obviously still knows her limitations of what she can and cannot do.
Well, duh. Look at Mary Jane Watson in the original Spider-Man movies. She ain't going to be able to take on Venom.
And how much it means to her that someone came back after
Oh, sure. It means to her that they at the very least... It's like, I appreciate the effort. It wasn't needed, but I appreciate the effort. Yeah, why not just have him actually do it? Wouldn't it hit a lot harder?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Iron Inquisitor, finally.
Hey,
Welcome
Oh,
to the stream,
you're-
dude.
So glad I was able to finally get on. What my grandma was listening to just ended, so far there won't be any noise.
Oh, good. That means I can get rid of the other video I was going to use to stall until you get here. Because I was going to do like a quick Hello Greedo video as well.
Oh, dude, I wonder if it's a Hello Greedo video I've torn apart in the past.
I don't know. If you want to react to it, we can.
Which one is it?
It was something about the expanded universe. Hang on, I have to flip through my playlist. It's on this playlist I set up for like everything I cover. It's not the one where he is like, what's a Disney shill? I have no. It's a bit down. You can tell I just make these up on the fly as I go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know why half of you guys watch my channel. Is it just because you want to watch a faceless guy scream at the camera every 5 seconds?
Trust me, doing that is better than what these DC shows are doing these days. Sucking each other's brains just to make themselves happy. Nope, found it. I was looking for a completely different thumbnail. Okay, it's 5 minutes. But let's get through, let's finish Sexplain, shall we? Suddenly we have a method of replicating Riddler's brain drain box from Batman Forever. Why? Don't compare Batman Forever to this movie. Batman Forever is a good film. Shut up. It's better than this movie.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer's in it.
Sweet, yeah.
I love Val Kilmer. I've seen him in a lot of good stuff. R.I.P., man. I watched Batman Forever in honor for him.
And Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, he's in both of those?
Yeah,
Really?
He plays one of the airplane pilots known as Ice.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to watch those movies then.
Yeah, he's to give you a little spoiler, he's the main character in the first movie. In the second movie, he's more of a cameo, which
Tom Cruise.
How can I put this? Yes. Where in the second film, how can I put this? Kind of predicts the actor's actual death.
Ooh. At least you're funny and relatable when you scream into a camera. No, man. No need to apologize. You should never have to apologize for your comedy. Nothing is above comedy. That's my philosophy. Nothing is safe from comedy.
Waiting her entire life on Jakku. I like how many different pilots are featured during the Battle of Starkiller Base. They all feel unique and have enough character for their screen time that I felt connected to them, and I was definitely bummed.
About them.
Like, honestly, I'm gonna say I don't really remember much of the pilots from the original trilogy, but it was like, yeah, had that one Y-wing, like that one A-wing pilot who crashed right into the Executor's bridge, killing Admiral Piet.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Ah! Look out! Like that was that was epic. Like the Executor falling and just disintegrating into the surface of the second Death Star. Piet went out like a badass, and he's like one of the more. You kind of forget he is an antagonist in those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you guys want to hate this movie even more? One of the X-wing pilots in this movie is one of the main actors in the Marvel Netflix series Iron Fist.
Wasn't that the one that sucked?
Yep, Jessica Winchick, I think that's her name.
Jessica Jones. They're because I know Daredevil's like the only one anyone really bothers to talk about.
Yeah.
When Elo Asti got shot down. I'll never forget seeing Han's confrontation with Ben for the first time.
Oh, Christ. Not this. Anything but this.
The death of Han Solo and the death of Star Wars.
To be fair, the death of Han Solo happened the first time he stepped on screen.
Chewie.
It's really sad how like people went nuts, like absolutely nuts over Chewbacca's, death in
Vector Prime.
But yet nobody bats an eye on.
Well, that's because they character assassinated Han. Who was a great role model for young men. It was like he became a father figure. He never cheated on Leia. He was a loving father to his kids. He never went back to smuggling. And now look at him.
And even after the death of two of them, or even three of their children, the two of them still managed to get married and pull through.
A-wing pilot, that was Green Leader Ervel Krinid. He was posthumously awarded the New Republic Medal of Bravery. Oh, and an award was named after him, the Krinid Award. Okay, awesome.
Sweet.
Wait a minute. Is that information from the expanded universe or from Disney canon?
I believe it's going to be expanded universe. Wolfscar has been pretty on the up and up when it comes to the EU.
Okay, thank you.
The immortal Nosferatu Zod. Gay, thanks, bye.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume that. I don't know if that guy's from like SK's channel or what, because I pissed off a lot of those guys for something I did months ago. Where are the guardrails on that bridge? Yeah, very odd that there's no guardrails.
Or should I say very convenient?
The second he yelled out his name, I kind of figured Han was not walking away. But the scene is still intense and wonderful, and Adam Driver had me
stupid.
Also, why did they name him Ben? Ben is supposed to be the son of Luke.
Not to mention, why would they name him Ben? Ben has no significance to them.
Even one of the Disney Kylo Ren comics actually addressed that by having the character saying, I was named after somebody that my parents didn't even knew and barely met.
Oh, damn, really?
My last name is something isn't even an actual name from my dad.
And someone over there at least acknowledges that Disney Star Wars' naming for him was stupid.
Uh-huh.
Thinking, oh, wait, maybe he actually will turn good in the first movie.
Good Lord, Adam Driver just does not have a face for a villain. Like this that cannot sell. I'm not intimidated. You can't intimidate me. Oh, good Lord.
Also, this is supposed to be almost like a shot of Return of the Jedi, the light in the dark that happened to Luke.
Oh, shut up. No, that cannot be it. Daniel, welcome. Thanks for being on the stream, dude. See you next time. The only thing missing was Han wearing a Star Trek red shirt and stepping onto a bullseye. The signs were all there. Oh my God.
But the way it's shot as the light fades from the nearby star and everything goes dark, it's really well done. I love the lightsaber.
Congratulations. The one scene that was well done, and I'm doing that in air quotes, was the scene where they killed off the first of many, many heroes from the original trilogy. And Admiral Akbar would be next on the list.
Ooh.
Duel between Kylo and Finn. Kylo punches.
Finn should be dead. Like, both Finn and Rey should be dead from this. They're not walking away. This dude actually trained with lightsaber. These two didn't.
One thing about the lightsaber fight in TFA is it felt like a big budget version of those like YouTube lightsaber fights.
Yeah, I remember there was a YouTube short I got where a dad, like this adult guy, and his brother got lightsabers, and they spent hours in the snow just whacking each other with them.
Yeah, they're just like they're out in the woods or in the backyards of the park, and they're just randomly swinging at each other. That's what this felt like, but like with like a movie budget put to it.
Because God forbid we actually put some flash in there, like from the prequels. They really ruined Han as a character. The guy will always be a former Imperial Navy officer who rescued Chewbacca. Man, he was a good man. Lightsaber
Han
to the
feels
back.
like a heart of gold.
Lightsaber to the back. Just a minor flesh wound. Or to quote Monty Python, it's just a flesh wound. I actually got to see that last year.
That's awesome.
His side, yelling traitor, and then basically toying with Finn until he gets hit, and then bam, he ends that fight quickly.
And Finn is dead.
Or rather, should be dead.
And I also love Rey getting the lightsaber as the Force theme swells.
And everybody
That's
with
right.
common sense would have said, bullshit.
Well, not at the time when it was released, because at the time it was like, oh my god! He did
I
it!
know.
He did it!
The seals. Somebody opened the zoo.
I think the fight in the trees, hacking through them as they fall over, is a really cool setting. And this shot
And this is the beginning of Ray trying to... And this is Ray auditioning for the Yankees. I clapped when I saw it.
See you clap. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Good Lord, man. How can you live with yourself when that's all you do?
Rey connecting to the
away.
Force is just
Oh, she didn't connect to the Force when she used a Jedi mind trick or she pulled the lightsaber into her hand. No, this is when she does it. What is she? Is the Force suddenly like being like queso where you have to lock in? The Force is not a light switch.
beautiful. I love the detail of seeing straps and stuff in Poe's cockpit being pulled by gravity as he flies his X-Wing sideways. And then
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Such a tiny little detail.
Like, it's one thing to appreciate tiny little details in the original trilogy because everything had a narrative purpose.
But he's amazed by a strap.
Maybe that's the same strap. he's
Anyone
using
here
on Molly.
rephrasing?
Ooh, I see what you did.
It was a slow day for the Force. It was just Ford and just picked Ray. Maybe that's why they call it the Force Awakens. It got bored, so it fell asleep. For the record, Kylo by this point has easily dismissed Rey with the Force at least twice, but he never does that with their actual duel.
as he flies through the thermal oscillator and blows stuff up, BB-8 can be seen ducking around the explosions, which is just a cute detail. I always feel just a little bad for the one TIE fighter that gets absolutely rocked by a rock exploding out of Star.
Oh no, he feels bad for a space Nazi! Because this is reminding me of when Disney held a poll for who would want to side with the Resistance or the First Order, and then a bunch of people were saying that Disney would people would hang out with fascists because they picked the First Order.
Wow.
Because apparently, God forbid, we like the bad guys for being cool.
We like the bad guys for being cool, but we also hate them for what they actually are.
Hence why, hell, I love Darth Vader. Can you
Well, he
tell?
doesn't count. Well, he doesn't count because he's more of a tragic anti-hero, I say in quotes, because the actual villain is Palpatine.
A redeemed villain.
Sorry, just got to do something real quick. Triggered person in one of my comments.
Oh boy.
I still get SK's audience trying to rake me over the coals for Spider-Man reasons.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
Spider-Man?
basically I'm basically public enemy number 1 in the fake Spider-Man fans' eyes.
Killer base's destruction, but I don't feel that bad. This is retroactive, but I love that we now know Leia's ring is her wedding ring, which we see created in the novel The Princess and the Scoundrel.
Courtship of Princess Leia is better. Star Wars Scran will fight you on this.
The novel he referencing, that was the one that with the fart jokes, right?
I would not know.
Because that's what that's what one of my friends has told me, that the novel that Sexplained was talking about had that.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
when Disney does fart jokes, it's funny. When George Lucas does fart jokes, it's suddenly suddenly a war crime.
Oh no,
Seriously?
he made a racist caricature doing fart jokes.
And I like fart jokes. I read Captain Underpants. My dad does fart jokes all the time.
I've got some criticisms on the overall structure of the sequel trilogy and The Force Awakens' role in creating it, but
And what exactly are those criticisms? We'll never know.
Maybe he's waiting
I
for
remember
another video?
Maybe. Or maybe because his actual criticisms he can't say, because if he does, he'll be put on a Disney watch list somewhere.
Yeah.
leaning in, watching Rey climb the steps of the first Jedi Temple, walking through the huts and finding Luke. It was thrilling, and that memory means more to me.
And everybody knows what ended up happening.
Yep.
The
also,
pain.
once again, I mentioned this before, but once again, this scene is also very expensive financially because, again, they had to remove Mark Hamill's hand and replace it with a CGI cybernetic hand, as well as
I
having
feel
to
like they could have
reconstruct
found
the-
a cheaper. Dear Lord, there's a reason why you should have just stuck with him wearing a glove.
Yeah. Not to mention that they also had to reconstruct his cloak because they have to interact with this cybernetic hand.
I didn't get any of that. You stepped away from your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So what I was
Professionals,
talking about-
everybody.
So what I was talking about is that this thing is so expensive that obviously they have to reconstruct the background and having to do a slight digital version on his cloak so that the cybernetic hand can be seen interacting with it.
Oh
as
my
well
God.
as painting the shadows.
That is far too much work.
And I understand that
Absolutely.
they have a huge big budget to do so, but yeah, the simplest solution is to just wear a glove and then that's it.
Or shoot, don't just make it that he still has synthetic skin. It's not that hard.
No.
left me wondering what would happen next, and I was so happy to know I'd only have to wait 2 years. It was
Oh, you were happy that you only had to wait 2 years. While everybody suffered pain, hatred, despair, depression, shock,
And hell,
disbelief.
and hell, we didn't even have to wait 2 years because there was another Star Wars movie released the year after.
A movie that was still just as bad.
Yeah, Bore One.
Poor man's Dark Forces.
long enough to get hyped and speculate, and maybe that got out of hand, but I think that's a testament.
Dude, you're talking about the first Star Wars. Okay, first Star Wars movie, in quotes, in 10 years. Of course, the hype was going to be high. Do you not know what franchise you pretend to be a part of?
To the success of The Force Awakens. It got people excitedly talking about Star Wars in a big way. I think this movie works very well on its own.
It does
shut up.
not. Too many mystery boxes, too many unanswered questions. You'll never see the truth with such clouded eyes. Alex made a video about he loved it and was shilling it, so his modern version is just fake and it's a mask of deception. The Last Jedi made me actually depressed for years. I've been there, buddy. I've been there. Okay. So, first up, there's one video I thought would be great to cover because, you know, the whole thing is, you know, bracing ourselves for what is to come. Vader's Order. Every single Star Wars project coming in 2026.
Ooh.
2026 has a lot of different Star Wars projects releasing, and I mean a lot. From movies and shows to even some surprise video games, here's everything you need to know about what's to come this year. Movies.
Oh boy.
Starting with the only Star Wars movie coming out this year, we have The Mandalorian.
Starting with the only, you say movies and then you say there's only going to be one. Ha!
Yeah, it's a singular or plural. Make up your mind.
Vader's Order is a fake fan and huge Ah!
Oh,
Ugh.
Not another one of these people. Force Awakens is literally relying on its sequels and it can't stand on its own. Vader's Order likes to repeat post over and over on X. Is this J.I. Jacobs' alternate account?
Let me mute for a second.
Okay. Well, just keep going.
Mandalorian and Grogu film releasing on May 22nd.
The
This-
Mandalorian and Blogu. Oh, that's actually a nice insult.
Movie will continue from where we left off in season 3 of The Mandalorian and follow Din Djarin and Grogu as they now work together for the New Republic. At the moment, we don't know the official plot of the film yet, but
Because even though there's a trailer out that should have given us an idea of what to expect.
I know
You know,
to
what a
expect.
trailer is supposed to do.
I know what to expect. Looney Tunes shenanigans from these two.
Yay! Ugh.
And a cameo appearance by Luke and Ahsoka. Oh, wait, sorry. I meant to be Luke and Aunt Ahsoka.
Kill
Apparently,
me.
Embo from TCW is supposed to make a cameo.
Of
Yeah,
bloody
but-
course he's supposed to, because we can't leave TCW alone.
Yeah, the son of Jabba the Hutt, supposedly.
Oh, Rhoda, too.
All from the king of cameos, Dave Camioloni.
Ugh. The Mandalorians as a whole have just taken straight L's since TCW. Disney Star Wars does not understand Mandalorians at all. Dave Filoni doesn't understand Mandalorians. Jodo Cast is far more of a Mandalorian than any of the Mandalorians under Dave Filoni. And he was an imposter.
we do know a few things. Actress Sigourney Weaver will be making her Star Wars debut as she'll be playing a character called Colonel Ward, who's the new
Who gives a crap?
I like to imagine she's only going to be in that movie for 10 minutes and then that's it.
I have no doubt.
She's only doing it just to get a paycheck. Because they're obviously not going to bring her character back from the Alien franchises.
Oh, come on. What the heck happened? No.
Also, and also I forgot she's making billions or rather millions with Avatar 3.
She was in Avatar Fire and Ash.
Yeah, she played the daughter.
really?
Yeah, she.
You did not
appears-
need to be in this movie.
Yeah, she actually does two characters. The doctor in the first one, and Jake and Akari's daughter in the second and third one. In fact, if you ever watch the film, you can listen to her voice. Almost sounds like an older woman.
Man.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's nothing. It's just one of my Christmas presents got damaged.
Oh boy.
True, Jodo Cast is a pretty great character. He's also a pretty good bounty hunter. If he didn't try to be Boba Fett, he could have been something himself. But no, he tried to take the shortcut, and in the end, he got his ass kicked, and then he died.
Oof.
I'm surprised you gave him an opportunity to escape. Boom. I didn't.
public officer that hires Din for a big mission. Not only that, but Zeb from the animated show Star Wars Rebels will also have a big role in the film. And from
Another
the
cameo.
Whoa! Soy Jack. Whoa.
Oh, Carabas.
looks of it, we're going to be seeing him in action too. On top of that, Rod of the Hutt from the Clone Wars movie is now all grown up, and he'll also be appearing.
Remember when people hated the TCW movie?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was absolutely despised.
And Ahsoka too? Before the fake fans swarmed in? Also, it's so
isn't-
weird that he's so muscular. Like, geez, what the hell? Hutts are supposed to be flabby.
flabby
in the
and
film.
fat.
Why are these reminding me of
Beldorian
Tootsie
and,
Pops?
Beldorian and what was it? Planet of Twilight. He was actually rather muscular for a Hutt.
It's been a hot minute since I've read Planet Twilight. I actually No, I didn't forget I read that. I remember my dad said that book was pretty boring. Also, these look like Tootsie Roll Pops in here. Certainly giving me off that vibe.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Like they got little white writing on them. They're blue and red.
I almost expect him now to
Pull one out and start unwrapping and sucking that.
Although we don't know what his place is in the movie, we do know that he'll be in a gladiator arena at one point and is voiced by actor Jeremy Allen White. This film will be the first Star Wars movie to be released in over 6 years. And
This doesn't even. That logo doesn't even look like it belongs in a Star
Jeremy
Wars
Allen
project.
White. This film will be the first.
None of these logos look like they fit with Star Wars
It's almost like they're trying to rip off the logo from Indiana Jones.
and make it even lamer.
Star Wars movie to be released in over 6 years.
And of course, they're going to put the Star Wars logo in bland corporate white because God forbid we put it in gold or silver.
And it's the smallest thing written there too.
And we can expect to see a lot of development between Din and Grogu. As we saw in
What development? I like how we did that in sync. Like, seriously, what development? Like, come on, people. Give me something.
the trailer, Din does have his iconic Razor Crest ship back. And we
Because God forbid we actually move forward.
Does he just abandon the old one?
No, the
maybe
old
he
one gets
saw-
the old Razor Crest gets blown up. Then he has a N1 Starfighter, which is very inconvenient for bounty hunting.
Well, I guess I was more referring to the N1.
Oh, okay.
Like, why
even
does
see
he get
them
rid
take
of
down
it?
Yeah.
an Imperial Walker at one point together. Now again, we still
In
don't
what is considered the worst shot in the entire trailer.
know much about the film or its plot, but I'm sure in time we'll be getting all those answers and more.
Oh, we already know what the plot is going to be. Garbage. Gay.
They might as well call it the Filoni movie.
Shows. As for
Okay,
our
here we go. I know Iron Inquisitor is hyped up for this.
shows releasing this year, we have a mix of both live action and animated shows coming out.
Here we go.
One of the most anticipated series will
Oh,
be
it's the first one up.
the animated
Oh.
show Maul Shadow.
Maul Soy Lord.
Screw you, Disney. Darth Maul's dead. He died in the Phantom Menace. Especially because whatever the hell you dragged from that trash planet wasn't Darth Maul.
Lord. Now, sadly, we don't have an official release date for it yet, but many speculate that it could come out in either February or March time. This show
This show is going to ruin my girl, Darth Talon.
I dread it when Maul
Says like, I will name you. Duh.
And then I'm gonna, the second that happens in real time, I'm gonna jump up, march my way all the way to Disney headquarters, and personally claw out Dave Filoni's eyes.
and Maul, he will say it in a way that will be so dramatic, so that it's emphasized on it. So
All the make it canon swordjackers will go nuts.
It'll almost be like the I am Steve moment.
If they do that, this will probably be like that arc of his in season 5 of Clone Wars. He has a new apprentice, they take over a galaxy, and then Palpatine comes in, ruins it, and he ends up killing Talon. He goes into exile once again until he,
Sidious, why don't you just
They-
freaking kill Maul and be done with it?
because he has to survive for twin sons. Ugh.
will follow Maul about 1 year
Oh
they made
god,
that
what?
old comic canon.
after the events of Order 66 and really take us on his journey on how he rose to become a crime syndicate leader.
Oh god, do you think this means they'll drag Black Sun into this?
Yep.
More than likely.
And my boy Prince Gijor? You leave Shadows of the Empire alone.
Oh, dude. Oh, if they wait, did they already put Gizor in canon?
I think so.
They
I
already
think it was a
sealed it?
Han Solo comic. Don't you dare do it anymore, Disney.
We don't need a Filoni-fied Prince Gizor.
Please leave our boy alone.
Bringing back Maul was a huge mistake. He's just been spinning his wheels, accomplishing nothing. He tries to amass power, he loses fights and loses his power. Guess what's going to happen in this show? Yeah, because we already know what happens, but considering Rebels came out. Fun!
And also, again, they're just doing this just to create a forced confrontation between Maul and Vader.
Oh my god, they did this way better in the EU, as in A, the story took place in Star Wars Tales, so its canonicity could be debated, and freaking Maul was more of a Force vision than anything else.
Not to mention, there's that comic that I think it's the one you mentioned where Vader fights a clone of Maul that happened a year before Return of the Jedi.
No, I think it's I think it's the one where he meets like those like a dark side cult that
Yes, like the Prophets of the Dark Side, I think.
yeah, because it has like that badass moment where he's able to defeat Maul by stabbing himself, and Maul's like, "What could you possibly hate enough to kill me?" And Vader replies, "Myself." Like, seriously, the EU especially further solidifies why Darth Vader is like my favorite character in all of fiction. Well, Anakin / Darth Vader. Like, seriously, so badass. I need to cover just how bad the Vader comics are. The new ones.
Oh,
And this time he'll be
I read them online. They are pretty lame.
Like the freaking moment where he gets his lightsabers and he actually is thinking like, oh, I'll kill Palpatine and then go to Obi-Wan for forgiveness. Dude, you should have already completely killed any chance of being Anakin Skywalker again after you found out Padme was dead. Like, seriously, what the hell? That was so out of character.
I almost forgot about that.
I can't. I am cursed with a pretty good memory. Except for when I'm on stream. Then I just act like an idiot. Also, what is the deal with making Maul constantly shirtless or showing off his chest? That's weird.
Well, it's obviously better than him being naked.
Ah!
Naked Maul.
I mean, literally in season 5, you saw him naked.
Shoot me. Somebody please shoot me. No.
Building the Crimson Dawn Syndicate and even be taking on his own apprentice.
Oh, Crimson Dawn, Black Sun. You ripped off Black Sun! Oh! Crimson Dawn and Black... Ah!
From what was shown at Star Wars Celebration, he'll be having a mysterious Twi'lek apprentice. Although it's not confirmed, many fans think that this Twi'lek is actually Darth Talon, which would
Please don't be. Please don't be.
They're not going to put her in something this sexy.
No, they're not.
They slapped a pair of pants on her in Galaxy of Heroes. They're not going to let her have her actual outfit.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, they did. They censored Talon in the Galaxy of Heroes app.
Bro.
She has pants.
Who's willing to bet that that's the official design of the character, or rather a prototype design that's meant to ease fans of what you're going to see on this show?
I don't know. I doubt they even plan that far ahead. Hell, I highly doubt they plan anything.
Well, when it comes to animated shows, I think you do actually have to plan things ahead, because making just one season of an animated show takes about a year and a half or even 2 years to make.
The new Vader comics make him and Palpatine completely stupid. Without Vader axe, Palpatine should have cut his losses and killed him, considering he's had at least 3 times tried to kill him. Good lord.
would be a pretty cool addition if so. For this series, Maul will be voiced by actor Sam Witwer, who of course
Traitor. Sam Witwer, you hack. You had only one good role, and that was Star Killer.
And let's not
One.
forget the son.
Oh God, he voiced the son in the Mortis
Yeah,
arc.
he did.
The worst arc in TCW, the arc that destroyed the Force.
Made people think the equal light, equal dark thing.
Oh God, I hate that
Hate
arc so
that.
damn much.
Also, his sister, the daughter, is voiced by Maris Brood from The Force Unleashed.
Oh God, you just made it even worse.
That's my job.
Thanks, pal.
I actually had no idea about that one. Wow.
Now you
I just
know.
want to break down and cry.
Also voiced him in the Clone Wars. From what Sam has
No
teased
shit.
so far, the show will be pretty
Oh, big whoop. The guy who voiced Maul in the prequel in the TCW is going to voice him in this show. Who could have seen that coming?
Wait, does that
Yeah,
mean
but-
he's coming back for Rebels?
No, I know he did. He's coming back for Ass Hoka.
and will be seeing a more mature yet darker side to Maul throughout it.
Ha! Disney can't be mature.
Sure.
The last time Disney tried to be dark and mature, we got the Acolyte.
Then that fucking failed.
Just like every other project Disney releases. Only this time they at least had the common sense to cancel it.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's not the only show coming out this year.
I'm done
I
spending
cannot wait to
an
rip
obscene
into
amount of
Maul.
money on takeout every week. Done.
I'm gonna have to figure out a way to pirate it.
The next show releasing will be none other than
Ah.
Filoni fanfic part 2.
The checklist for every single bad thing Disney Star Wars has done. We got your surviving your lightsaber stabbings. We got your characters not dying. We got the world between world. We got your nostalgia bait with the prequels. We got everything. Like seriously, the
also-
first season was like a checklist for every bad thing in Disney Star Wars.
Also,
First
Hayden
season can
Christensen
be
is
summed
coming
up-
back.
Who?
Hayden Christensen.
I want to not live. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Ahsoka season 2. Similar to Maul Shadow
Like the
Lord,
only good thing was Hera's ass. That was it.
we don't have an official release date yet, but the show is wrapped up with filming, and many believe that it'll come out around August time. As for the
The story continues. This is Disney giving the finger to Disney. I mean, wait. This is Disney giving the finger to Lucas. Further. I can just imagine. Hey, Ahsoka, wait! Oh!
plot, the details are a bit vague for now, but we do know that Ahsoka
No, wait. I got one more.
on August time. As for the plot, the details
Hey, Sabine, do you think I can fit this inside me?
Oh my.
No, wait, I got one. Wait, I got one. Kathleen, can you suck?
The fact they made Thrawn into what basically amounts a side quest, horribly, mind you, when he's one of the best characters in Star Wars, shows Disney doesn't know Star Wars or the fans or story. Now, when you make him lose to space whales, I don't think there's any higher you can. I don't think you can really climb back out of that hole you dug.
are a bit vague for now, but we do know that Ahsoka, Sabine, and Baylan Skoll are on Peridia. Meanwhile, Ezra is with Hera in the New Republic. On top of that, Thrawn will continue his path on Dathomir along with the Great Mothers, based on what we saw in the season 1 finale. Dave Filoni has
Does anyone even really give a crap? Funnily
3
enough,
years
this
is too late to wait. There's no interest.
funnily enough, that show wasn't even really about Ahsoka. It was more
It was
about
about
Sabine.
Sabine. But kind of like Freakazoid, they're gonna make season 2 all about Ahsoka. For some reason.
Don't compare it to my boy Freakazoid.
confirmed that this season will be a lot more action-packed, and we'll be witnessing a big
Oh boy, because it wasn't because we need more women, middle-aged women standing around crossing their arms while they search for balls. Ahsoka will be trash. The Grogu movie will be horrible. The Maul show will be terrible. All the fake reactors, shield YouTubers will become more bigger clowns this year. I can't wait for this year. Oh boy.
2026, the year of Filoni.
Could this somehow be
between
the
them.
year that Filoni is gonna make so much money that he'll see his bank account and be like, you know what, I can retire?
I wish. But
Honestly.
that's too much to hope for.
on and Admiral Akbar. On top of that,
Oh, are they dragging my boy Admiral Akbar into this? He was
Maybe.
right. It is a trap.
Oh boy.
Admiral
Even
Akbar,
also-
we want you to be in the Ahsoka show. It's a nostalgia bait trap.
Exactly.
Also, Akbar is not gonna be voiced by Tom Kane.
0 out of
So,
10.
So I don't know who are they gonna bring to voice the character.
I certainly know they won't do as legendary a job as he did. It's a trap.
actor Hayden Christensen will be returning as Anakin for the show, and will be having
Because God forbid we can't have enough prequel bait. Filoni is the biggest idiot. Zombie stormtroopers, the real Thrawn established the Empire of the Hand in the unknown regions, which led to the Fel Empire years later. Yeah, he ripped off Death Troopers. The novel, not the Disney ripoff.
a much bigger role in this season. Although we don't know in what capacity he'll appear,
Oh God, he looks so horrible when they tried to emulate TCW Anakin.
Yeah, it kind of off-putting.
You know, the hair, the stupid armor.
Like
no.
he tried to copy the voice too.
Not to mention that the aging.
Oh yeah, I once actually went toe to toe with someone who said that Matt Lanter was a great voice for Anakin. Of course, I gave him a good thrashing.
we can assume that the majority of his screen time will be in Force Ghost form.
You know, we're going to assume that he's going to spend the most of it in Force Ghost form. Of course he is. He's dead.
There's no other way he can appear.
Also, congratulations, Anakin. Way to be the galaxy's greatest father. Abandon your actual son for this orange tangerine.
Yeah, he should be telling Luke the history of his life, as well as trying to little by little rekindle his relationship with Leia.
Yeah, Truce Bakura. He actually tried.
And
I
also-
love Anakin.
and also
Anakin,
maybe
don't go visit my former Padawan. Also, Anakin doesn't visit his own son.
yeah, and also
Filoni
maybe they
trying
could
to make
also
his
find-
OCs more important than George's creations.
And also, maybe they could even find an actor that could look similar to Sebastian Shaw. You know, the actor who played Anakin
Oh,
in Return of the
screw
Jedi.
them. Sebastian Shaw's not Anakin. Hayden is.
Yeah, I know, but I just like to imagine what he would, because they like to say that Anakin changes his form between what he looked like underneath the massive Vader and what he looked like both during the Clone Wars.
What?
Because in my mind, he looks like younger Anakin because he wants to slowly make amends for everything he's done. Because if he looked like Sebastian Shaw Anakin, it'd be like, you're not Anakin, you're the guy behind the Vader. Leave me alone.
I just consider it's because that's the last time we ever saw Anakin as Anakin. TCW Anakin wears the dress. Where? When? When did they demasculate my boy?
Aside from that, most of the major cast members from season 1 will also be returning, but there is
Big whoop.
one major change. Sadly, the incredible actor behind Balin's skull, Ray Stevenson, has passed away, and he will
His talent was wasted in this.
He also played
we-
one of Thor's friends in the MCU, Bolstrak.
And he played the Punisher in Punisher Warzone.
Oh wow.
by Rory McCann. This image right here is the first look at him, and since the team chose to recast Balin, we can only assume that he'll have a major role in season 2. As for our
Now you decide to recast after an actor is dead. Couldn't do that with
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher, now could ya?
Or with Governor Tarkin.
Piss off, Disney.
next show coming out, there will be a spin-off series to the show Star Wars Visions, and will be called The Ninth Jedi.
No one
Yeah.
cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, The Ninth Jedi is like the 5th episode of Star Wars Vision, Volume 1. And for some reason, they just decided to take that one episode and make that into season 3? Why?
I have no idea. Because money.
Well, this is designed to look like anime for Star Wars.
We already had that. It's the micro series. It's amazing. They're gonna nerf the hell out of the mother. She's gonna be a fraction of what she was in the EU. I bet she's not even gonna be a fraction. She's gonna be
She's going to be
whole.
something that's actually
nothing.
so easily defeatable.
that. It's like all that build up for nothing.
This new spin-off will continue from the Ninth Jedi shorts from volumes 1 and 2 of Visions. And for those who haven't watched Visions, it's a completely non-canon and new approach to Star Wars. Visions
So
has
why
been-
should anybody give a crap? Also, 6 lightsabers. Are you overcompensating because Grievous is far better with 4?
Yeah.
Micro series Grievous could totally just whoop her ass with
Mhm.
2. Or maybe 3, but the third one's in his foot.
Hell, if Vader was alive during this time, he could have easily defeated her with just one lightsaber.
But that's because Vader's a badass.
And he's
Forget
got
Star Wars
speed.
Visions. Just watch regular anime instead of Weeb Wars. Weeb.
Well,
That's a fun word.
Well, I'll give Star Wars Vision this. There was a time in 2021 where I wanted to return to watch anime, and this sort of gave me some ember, I should say, into watching it.
I'd rather watch the Unicron trilogy. That would probably be my only experience with anime.
For me, because after a lot of stuff that happened in 2020, I also lost interest in anime, and I didn't need this to get my interest in back. My friend just showed me a bunch of classics like Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, and that revived my interest.
I never really was interested in anime. It just never, was something. I never grew up with it, and I never really understood the appeal.
Well, I think the appeal for anime, and I'll talk about this very quickly, but I think the appeal, at least to me, is that obviously the stories are a lot better than what Disney is putting out.
Well, yeah.
And also,
Like my only interest, the only anime I have any interest in is the Unicron trilogy, and that's because I'm a Transformers fan.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also another reason is that all of the Japanese studios only have a fraction of the budget that Disney is spending on these projects, and they're able to turn out good quality turnouts every year. Like, they don't have to spend $200 million on one movie. They can just spend maybe 20, 35 million, and they can do 2 seasons out of it.
Ugh. Try Outlaw Star, Captain Thievius says. Dave will make Ahsoka a Force goddess. Wouldn't put it past him. Because God forbid he kills off his waifu.
No, she's
Oh
already
yeah,
a
she needs
Force.
to be around even after the ST.
No, she's already a Force goddess. The fact that she's alive in the world between worlds twice.
Oh, Lord.
an absolutely phenomenal show, and I have no doubt the Ninth Jedi will
Phenomenal show that absolutely nobody talked about.
I watched
continue that
all
trend.
9 episodes of
On to our-
Vision, and I honestly forgotten everything that I saw of it.
Yes. What next Star Wars Tales series will Dave Filoni rip off next? He's already did Bounty Hunters.
Bounty,
He's already did
Bounty
the
Hunter.
Empire. He did the Jedi, which was a major sin.
Yeah, because it wasn't even about two Jedis. Ironically, it's called Tales of the Jedi about two characters that are leaving the Jedi Order.
Not
Tom
to
Dooku
mention
was a
Tom
Jedi.
Beich had passed away shortly beforehand.
Can you imagine they'll do one about the Sith?
Oh God. They don't
can
even
already
understand
see-
how to write the dark side. They think that
I-
Sith, they think that, the dark side is, not evil.
Yeah, I can already see it. All 3 episodes about Palpatine, his first episode about him in his earlier years as the apprentice of Darth Plagueis, how he found Maul, and how he convinced Count Dooku. Wait, no, she already did that. But
I gotta start
something
adding
about
some
Darth
background
Sidious.
music to this stuff.
Our next show releasing in the year, this one isn't confirmed, but I do assume we'll be getting another Tales series. We've already
God.
gotten Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and Tales of the Underworld. So I do
We got those in book form several decades ago, and they're great. Well, one was in comic
it's
book
so-
form.
And it's
the point
so
stands.
weird. And it's so weird that the second one is called Tales of the Empire, and then it's not involving any Imperial characters whatsoever. It's just Barriss Offee being an Inquisitor who decided, oh, okay, fuck this, I'm leaving the Empire. And another one of that character from Ahsoka getting her own back.
Guys,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay,
Oh yeah, what's up?
okay. I was just checking because I felt like something with the stream, something went wrong.
think we'll be getting another one of these short series. Personally, I'd love to see a Tales of the Sith series.
You called it, or at least you guessed it. He wants a Tales of the Sith.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
I mean, what else is there to butcher?
And maybe see some stories one
Stormtroopers?
day following Palpatine's early years. Or
Oh my God! we
Uh,
can read these people like a freaking book. Also, don't put Darth
Yeah.
Bane in there. Is that Bane or is that Mal? No, that's,
That's actually Malgus.
Damn it, my bad. No, not my boy Revan.
well, that's exactly
No
what they're
touchy
going to
Revan.
do.
maybe even some old Republic stories tied in. If a new
No.
Tales series
Oh, because the High Republic didn't work out. Let's go to even earlier. Because God knows we know that the fart of the Old Republic game is going to come out and ruin that era.
does come out, we can expect it to release around May the 4th, just like the previous 2 years.
Fake Star Wars holiday. May the 4th is actually May 11th.
No, or maybe the 14th because that's George Lucas's birthday.
Oh, that'll just be another slap in the face.
Or no.
Maybe
May the 25th because that's the year Star Wars was born.
Oh, God.
games.
Oh, no.
Moving on to the video games releasing in 2026, we have 2 games coming out. The first is called Star Wars Zero Company. This game is a single-player turn-based tactics game and takes place during the Clone Wars.
AKA the fake Clone Wars.
Wait, is it in the Clone Wars? Then how come we're on Jakku with Star Destroyers?
Shh. I don't think they remembered that Star Destroyers aren't supposed to be there yet.
In the game, you'll be commanding an elite squad of clones called Zero Company, and you'll be basically going on intense missions throughout.
Half of these people don't these aren't even this isn't even clone trooper armor. What the heck?
It's Mandalorian armor. Oh my god.
The war. Personally, I've never played this style of game before, but
Like none of these like 2 of these guys, no, 3 of these guys don't even look like clones. What the hell is going on? Oh wait, that's supposed to be a Jedi.
many say it's similar to Warhammer 40,000 and XCOM. Sadly though, we don't know a release date yet, but it will be out on all major platforms being PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
And it'll most likely be as broken as all hell. Remember
Maybe
the
it'll
last
get
one?
Canceled.
XCOM ripoff, Taimu Pod Racer, and Fake KOTOR. Oh, we're in for a doozy of a time.
Entering the next game coming out, this is none other than Star Wars Galactic Racer. This game will also be a single-player game, but is focused all around racing. Although we don't know much.
And of course, it doesn't involve pod racers because God forbid we make a game focused on the prequels.
Yet, we do know that the story will take place after the events of Return of the Jedi, and you'll be playing as a racer named Shade. The goal of the game is to earn respect as an elite racer, and you really get to work your way up to the top. What's
No, thank you. I'll take Star Wars Demolition instead.
great is that one of the developers of this game, Matt Webster, also worked on some other Star Wars projects in the past, such as Battlefront 2015 and Battlefront 2 that came out in
Those do not fill me with confidence. Everyone hated those games. Those games suck.
The first game didn't have a story. In the second game,
And the
thought there
first
was a
game didn't
story
even
about
have the prequels
Empire.
either. No prequel stuff.
2017. Personally, those are two of my favorite Star Wars games, so if
Oh, bloody hell, of course they are.
So not the
He needs to
original
expand his
Battlefront.
horizon.
He needs to play the pandemic games. Because even without the online multiplayer, those games are still hella fun.
Mm-hmm.
Galactic Racer could take any inspiration from those, I think we'll be in for a real treat. However, just like Zero Company, we don't know a release date yet, but we do know that it will also come out on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
And I bet the
What about
sales will
the-
be abysmal.
So nothing for Nintendo?
To be fair, I don't think they'll be able to sell that thing on Nintendo even if they tried. Because everyone hates the Switch too.
Books.
The Nintendo Switch 2 launch, you can tell by the angry mob outside. Oh no.
As for Star Wars books releasing this year, we have a few. The first we have is Star Wars Outlaws Low Red Moon, written
Oh, congratulations. A book based on the most broken game to come out in recent memory. The new Sonic 06, basically. Except that 06 at the very least had some decent writing. Ish. Okay, sort of. Moving on from there.
by Mike Chen. This novel is a prequel to the video game Star Wars Outlaws and follows the journey of
Yeah, who
both
cares?
ND5 and
Does anyone care?
No.
Jalen Rax. The release date for this book will be on February 3rd. The next book coming out will be Star Wars Icons Darth Vader, which will
No!
They're gonna touch our boy even more.
No! No! Also, what the hell with this font? What did they do?
I don't know, but do you notice that they're using his silhouette from Rogue One?
Of course they are. They can't use any of his other his actual iconic silhouettes.
be a reference book that dives into the creation of Vader.
Oh my god, they're doing the complete Vader again. They're just going to ruin it, though. It's going to be full of lies and misinformation. And it's not going to have the cool stuff that we had in the actual... Because I was, flipping through the complete Vader, and I managed to find, some concept art. I managed to find, a piece of the George Lucas script from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, wow.
In it, there'll be exclusive interviews from cast and crew, as well as original drafts from George Lucas himself when creating Vader. The release date for this book will be on April 21st. Then just a few weeks later, we'll be getting two updated books called Secrets of the Jedi and Secrets of the Sith.
Oh my god, they're actually going to ruin these too. The Chronicles of Jake Skywalker and the Chronicles of Sheev
Emperor Palpatine.
Palpatine. Because forget, they gave him that stupid first name.
And they claim, and there's people claim, oh, that was George's idea.
No, it wasn't. And George would never have called him
Very
something as stupid as Sheev.
Written by Mark Summerat. These two books will come from the viewpoints of Luke and Palpatine, and will basically be journals to teach you everything about the light and the dark side.
Oh yeah, let's go with an incompetent idiot who almost got found out by Yaddle and a person who gave up on the Jedi. And
I
learned
already have the
nothing from
Jedi
them.
Path book from the early 2010s.
My dad's got those too.
The release date for these two novels will be on May 12th. On July 21st,
The only issue is just knowing how much of those are actually accurate, considering they came out after TCW released.
Yeah, because it does have, because it has different characters writing in it, and Ahsoka did write in that book.
Yeah. Although, oddly enough, it was like Ahsoka, I think, was written a bit better in the Clone Wars tie-in material than the actual show itself.
Oh, wow.
I think so. Don't quote me on that, though.
we'll be getting
I
a
mean, to
brand
be
new
fair, it still doesn't save her or excuse her. It just fills me with rage because she could have been at least not awful to watch on screen.
book called Eyes Like Stars by Ashley Post.
Oh my god, this looks like fan fiction. A Star Wars romance novel.
That doesn't even look like Star Wars right there.
That looks like something you'd see on Wattpad.
The girl reminds me of Merida from the Pixar movie Brave.
Is this the final cover? This can't be the final cover.
Well,
it can't be.
Well, if it has the word New York Times best-selling author, maybe.
Oh
But
Christ!
I don't think this is the final cover. I hope I'm wrong, but
Eyes like stars. This doesn't.
And it will actually be a romance novel. This book will
Oh sure, crap on the courtship of Princess Leia, but this fan fiction-y piece of crap you'll shill for. Remember, J.I. Jacob has no job and reads books rather than work 8 hours a day. As apart from Ahsoka's lines in the Jedi Path, that's really all there is. The rest of the book, as I've seen it, is basically all EU material. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, from what I remember.
Thank you, Wolfscar. Really bailed me out there.
take place about 1 year before the events of The Force Awakens and will focus around the love story between a young woman and a smuggler. Then just a week
Oh my God, it's literally Han and Leia. Looks like the kind of trash I see rotting on a Barnes & Noble shelf. It looks like something I'd see on Wattpad. Not that I, look up fan fiction or anything. I totally don't do that. Moving on.
later on July 28th, we'll be getting another book called Star Wars Legacy.
Oh God, this one. This was like the only one I saw getting any kind of buzz. Because it ripped off. It ripped off the Legacy comics. And of course is based around everybody's favorite punching bag. From the Disney trilogy.
will focus around the training between Leia and Rey. This book will take
This is going to be Damage Control 101.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rey didn't have any training. Oh, well, in this book.
place between episodes 8 and 9, and we'll go into detail about the training Leia put Rey through, and also
Leia wasn't even didn't even become a Jedi. How can she train Rey? It make no schnitz.
how Rey prepared Anakin's lightsaber that was destroyed in episode 8. Then on September 15th, we'll be introduced to another book called Reign of the Empire, Edge of the Abyss. This book will be a sequel to the novel The Mask of Fear, and will follow the stories of Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, and Saw Gerrera, all after the event.
They look like stuff that would fit into Andor, aka it will be boring as hell.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they were meant to be scripts that was meant for Andor if it had multiple seasons. But then of course the show had to end with season 2, so whatever stories they wanted to tell had to be.
Remember, it was supposed to be a 5-season long thing.
Ooh. Yeah, covering a singular year, but he had to shove all that crap down into one season, and you can tell it sucked.
Of Revenge of the Sith. On top of these books so far, we'll also be receiving a few visual guidebooks this year, such as The Art of the Acolyte that releases February.
Oh God.
Oh.
We're not done being tortured by the Wokalite just yet, guys.
Even 2 years after it came out, it's still haunting us.
That's Disney Star Wars has been haunting us for over 10 years, dude. The Acolyte's just the latest in a long series of nightmares.
And you know the worst thing about this? If anybody for whatever reason, finds this book and reads it, they're just going to use it as an excuse to get the show renewed for another season.
It's never gonna happen.
I know, but considering the stunt that they pull on Times Square,
That's funny. Waste your money for all I care. Star Wars was inspired by Flash Gordon. What is this cringe filth? Not Flash Gordon, I can tell you that.
February 3rd. The Phantom Menace, a visual archive that releases February 10th.
We already have a book like that. Why do we need another one? What is it? The Phantom Menace's anniversary or something? They don't release prequel stuff unless they're absolutely desperate.
The Mandalorian visual guide that released.
Oh, God. You're still
Written
not
by
done
Pablo
with this.
Trader Hidalgo.
Oh, of course. He has to come slithering back. After he already, responded to our favorite boy, Lucky Kennedy. Ooh, which reminds me, we should react to that next. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of stuff regarding that, but I want to see more.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a bit, because next up is Hello Greedo.
This is April 28th. And finally, The Art of Andor. That
Ah! Anbor! Why? Stop coming back! Stop boring me to death!
Even the color scheme of everything is dull.
It's so dried out!
it looks so muted and saturated.
This doesn't look like Star Wars. This ain't Star Wars, son. This is Disney Star Wars. That's one big pile of shit.
This is June 30th. Comics.
Marvel Comics is dead.
As per comics this year, we have a few that will continue on from 2025, while also some brand new ones. Some comics that will continue are the Star Wars Marvel comics.
Nobody gives a crap about. Like, what the hell is this? Oh, wait a minute.
While also some brand new ones. Some comics that will continue are the Star Wars Marvel.
Oh, Dan Star Wars Centralized is in this.
Yeah, there he is.
I hate that guy.
Comics, the Star Wars Legacy of Vader comics,
Ah! Stop dragging my boy into everything. He doesn't deserve
Wow.
this mistreatment.
They're really taking that Kylo Ren versus Darth Vader video from YouTube years ago and turning it into a comic.
This is the same company that ripped. Okay, to be fair, it was one of those anime studios. They ripped off a fan film shot for shot.
the Han Solo Hunt for the Falcon comics, and
Oh, of course, because Han lost the Falcon somehow, because I guess he's an idiot.
the Star Wars Jedi Knights comics.
I'm willing to bet this is only to cash in on Jedi Power Battles, because that got a remake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
last year.
re-released it.
They
based off the
gutted it
Dreamcast
though.
Version.
They gutted it though. Oh shoot! I found the video. That was fast.
On top of that, we'll also be receiving some new issues, such as one called Star Wars Jar Jar that will come out.
Oh my boy! You had to drag my other boy into this.
Not again, Jaja.
Jar Jar, no. I like Jar Jar.
He's in big doo-doo this time, and he's in doo-doo comic.
Art? What a laugh. Generic crap with lots of brown and gray. I didn't know Disney hired a bunch of monkeys to be artists. Hey,
Oh,
The
now
smear
you're
li-
making me
the
think of
smear
that
lines on
awful
this
Mace Windu.
the smear lines on this piece is impeccable.
Out on February 11th. This comic will be a fun one, as it follows Jar Jar's life right after Order 66, and in it, he'll even be teaming up with the Jedi Kelleran Bat. Honestly, this
Ahmed Best.
I'm at
Sheesh,
best
even-
playing two different characters.
Sheesh. George Lucas Star Wars handled Han Solo meeting Indiana Jones with more grace.
This will be pretty cool, mainly because actor Ahmed Best played both Jar Jar and Kelleran Beck, so having his two characters together will be a pretty awesome story, I think.
Remember when Jar Jar was basically the whipping boy for prequel haters? Now they're suddenly going to like him again.
However, the next comic on our list is the one I'm personally most excited for. On March 4th, we'll be getting
Oh, Iron Inquisitor. I think this is going to be another mall-related thing.
Oh yes, it's gonna be the Soy Lord prequel.
a new comic called Shadow of Maul, which will be a prequel to the Maul Shadow Lord show.
Oh my,
This
you were right.
Oh,
comic series will be written by Benjamin Percy and will follow Maul's journey right before the events of his spin-off show. Although we don't know many details about it yet, we do know that it comes out in March. So
And that it will be shit. It will be Sif spit. I gotta brush up on my Star Wars cursing.
that might give us a good idea of when the show will be released. Then later in the year, we have a few more comics coming out, such as a new Bad Batch comic called Rogue.
They seriously won't let the sad sacks die.
more stories. Wow.
Give me back Delta Squad.
Agents, a High Republic comic called Path.
Oh my gosh! The High Republic crashed and burned! Why are you releasing something else for it?
It won't die.
Hey, look, this guy
It's
doesn't
coming
even want to
back.
be in it. I feel bad for this guy. He looks like he has a migraine.
Yeah. Why did you draw me in this comic? Put me
Oh,
on
hey,
my misery.
Hey, Iron Inquisitor, check this out. Justin Aravello. Shout out for hashtag Darth Watts for giving proof about the EU.
He didn't give anything. He just keeps repeating things like a bot.
Try
Is
telling
that-
that to this idiot. He also sides with Lucky Kennedy, by the way. And Momo.
Ooh.
Is that supposed to be a Kaya Dragon or Tinkerbell?
Actually, yeah, I keep thinking Tinkerbell.
Is releasing March 11th. A new Grievous story called Hyperspace.
No! Not my boy Grievous. Not again. I'm sorry if I'm screaming a lot.
And is it just me or does that look kind of AI generated?
It kind of
is.
does.
Stories Grievous releasing March 17th. Then lastly, a Star Wars Visions comic called Tsukumo that comes out on July 26th.
Wouldn't that be a manga and not a comic, you uncultured hack?
Like, bro.
With those final comics, that concludes our list of every single Star Wars project coming out in 2026.
Oh, this is going to hurt, isn't it?
One movie, several video games, several books, several comics. I'd rather spend my money something else.
But what is there to spend money on? I certainly know I'm not spending any money. There's pretty much nothing worth watching in the movie theaters this year. Because I cannot go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I can't.
Well, what if it's one of your family members or one of your friends tells you, "Hey, I got an extra ticket. You want to go?" Are you going to decline, or are you going to be polite and say, "Yeah, sure"?
I'm going to decline. I can't afford to have my heart broken any more than it already has been. Oh. Watch the short video. Have a good night, fake fans. Oh, where are the
Okay.
fake fans, apparently?
It's like, well, Justin, my videos have shown so much proof of the EU's candidacy. I dare you to watch them. I dare you to give them a try, dude.
I share evidence about the EU being canon on my channel all the time. I'm also starting work on a Dark Empire video. Because I
That would
love
be
Dark
fun to
Empire.
see.
As if Grievous couldn't take any more L's. Dude's been taking L's since 2008. When Filoni got his hands on him. Justin egging on an autist like Waters to make comments for him. Pathetic. Pathetic. You're a freak. All that material and it's garbage. All right. Next up, let us go to, because it's fun to rip on him, Hello Greedo with George Lucas and the Expanded Universe. Legends.
I hate Hello Greedo so much.
The expanded universe, now known as Legends, grew the world of Star Wars.
And
Stories
you hated it. You are patient zero for Disney shills. You were shilling for Disney before Disney made anything Star Wars related.
Yeah, back in the day
Yeah.
when he had an actual Greedo mask.
Yeah, now it's like, why are you called this again?
Yeah, he should be called Hello Trooper instead of Hello Greedo. He's not gonna wear a Greedo
He
mask.
can't. Griff Trooper exists. I'm still thinking about doing some Star Wars community posts. Might show some old West End game / Wizard of the Coast material. Hey, do it, dude. If it can help
That
get
stuff is
people into real
amazing.
Star Wars, do it. Spread the word about real Star Wars. That's our goal.
both big and small imprinted themselves in the reader's, player's, or viewer's mind. Novels, comics, games. For many fans, they enriched the universe and fed a desire that we all have for more and more Star Wars.
Oh my god, that's a Starlog.
Oh, he's
no.
gonna hump the Starlog magazine.
He's humping
quote.
it. He's humping it, man.
Quote, I don't read that stuff. I haven't read any of the novels. I don't.
Wow, that didn't take long. This is almost as fast as when Cosmonaut was humping Red Letter Media.
Oh, God.
know anything about that world. That's a different world than my world, but I do try to keep it consistent. The way I do it now is they have a Star Wars encyclopedia, so if I come up with a name or something else, I look it up and see if it has already been used. When I said other people could make their own Star Wars stories, we decided that, like Star Trek, we would have two universes. My universe and then this other one. They try to make their universe as consistent with mine as possible, but obviously they get enthusiastic and want to go off in other directions.
Iron Inquisitor, would you care to take this one?
Oh, let's see. I did do a video. I did do a video responding to this with some people I used to be associated with, but like,
Oops.
of course, you know, of course, he completely forgets Leland Chee's response. You know, where he says, "Oh, this makes it sound like it's separate. It's not."
I mean,
You know what I'm
shoot.
talking about, right?
Yeah, George referenced the EU multiple times in his movies. Why would he do that if, you know, he considered it separate?
And when he's using the term, you know, universe and world, he's talking about story medium, not canon.
I just wish George was a little more clear on that, though. That would save us a lot of headaches.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas, Starlog Magazine, August 2005, issue 33.
Hey, is that Tom Cruise War of the Worlds movie any good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I'd have to check.
Well,
7.
well, it's certainly better than the War of the Worlds that came out on Amazon.
Oh, the one where they basically have social media screens up all the time?
Yeah, that one, the one with
Starring
Ice Cube. That one is hilariously bad.
Close quote. The idea that George Lucas's
Here we go.
vision was the vision found in the expanded universe, which is an idea that a lot of people in the post-Disney acquisition and post-Legends reclassification seem to have, isn't all that factual. Not really a sincere point. It's kind of a stance built on wish, rather than...
It's a stance built on fact, you idiot. Just because you hated the EU and because you're a miserable human being does not mean everybody else has to share in your delusion.
evidence. And hey, what's kind of great about Star Wars is that we can all pick and choose what stays and what goes in our own brains.
Headcanon isn't actual canon, you idiot. In fact, that just makes you look like a prick. I find like whenever somebody tries and does that, I keep thinking, you're coping hard because you can't accept fact. And what world you live in, Greedo? He wants a world where Rey walks around the park.
Personal canon is a thing in the Star Wars fandom, and it's interesting. George Lucas
Anyone who does that is a fake fan.
kind of has his own personal canon too. His own canon, his universe, as he says. He picks and chooses what he wants to keep and what he wants to change. He would sometimes pull bits and pieces from the expanded universe and insert them into the prequel films, like names or a couple vehicles. Not that much, but for example, Timothy Zahn named the planet Coruscant. To quote Timothy Zahn, quote, apparently when it came time to choose a name for the film, people persuaded George to go with Coruscant and be done with it. So I felt very vindicated, the tail wagging the dog. It was an honor to be slipped into the movies this way, close quote. Not to mention, the 501st Legion was originally created in 1997 by Albin Johnson as a costuming organization. Quote, the real story behind the name 501st Legion is rather unremarkable. I wanted something that sounded military, had a big number, and ended in a 1 to give it a little authenticity, close.
Dude seems to not understand that George, had a hand in making the EU. I mean, yeah, he's free to change what he wants to. It's his franchise.
It's his, and yeah, it's his sandbox.
He has the final say.
So he allowed this stuff to happen, meaning it's canon.
Quote, so the 501st Legion started as a fan group, and later the 501st Legion name
Oh God, Jordan, you're reading Supernatural Encounters? Why? That's a fake novel.
was brought into Lucas canon. So there's a history of George Lucas picking names, ships, and even characters from the non-film material and making it Lucas canon. A few.
Oh God. He doesn't know about the canon tier system, does he?
Of course he doesn't.
It was all canon. It was all canon. Everything made was canon.
If we ask him, he just pretends he knows.
Few things, not that much. In 2014, Lucasfilm put out a press release wiping the slate clean and setting the record straight. Quote,
AKA, they destroyed everything. And Star Wars was truly and honestly dead.
when he created Star Wars, George Lucas built a universe that sparked the imagination and inspired others to create. He opened up that universe to be a creative space for other people to tell their own tales. This became the Expanded Universe, or EU, of comics, novels, video games, and more. While Lucasfilm always strived to keep the stories created for the EU consistent with our film and television content, as well as internally consistent, Lucas always made it clear that he was not beholden to the EU.
Where in there does it say it's not canon?
Yeah, just because he wasn't beholden to it, that doesn't prove it was not canon.
It just said that Lucas could do his own crap, which he could. Creator's license and all.
Close quote. So while Lucas kept an eye on the EU, he never really had his fingers on the pulse. It was
That's contradictory. He had his eye on it, and he had his finger on the pulse. It made him money. Like, why would he not keep an eye on it?
wasn't his story, it wasn't his canon. It was separate from his Star Wars.
Except it's part of Star Wars regardless. George allowed it to be part of Star Wars. He referenced it. He worked on it himself. He worked on it.
In the Cinescape quote that people like to cherry pick, there's that part they always leave out. Like they literally do not show the full quote. There's a part where he says it intrudes between his movies. He admits it.
It's like, yeah, it's part of the movies. It's just as canon as those films. Yeah, it may not be his vision of how he wanted Star Wars to turn out, but it's just as much a part of Star Wars as his movies. Because George isn't an egotistical prick. Unlike some people we know.
Always held onto the freedom to rewrite and change as he saw fit. Quote, and now there have been novels about the events after episode 4, which isn't at all what I would have done with it. The Star Wars story is really the tragedy of Darth Vader. That is the story. Once Vader dies, he doesn't come back to life. The Emperor doesn't get cloned, and Luke doesn't get married. Close quote.
Except that's
Where in the
George's
expanded
head.
universe does Vader come back?
He doesn't. I mean, that was like the original scrapped. That technically the scrap premise was Vader's armor being paraded around by an actor. Basically, it was the Hand of Thrawn duology before the Hand of Thrawn duology was actually made. They keep bringing up George can change this and that, but I never found much that he changed. The prequel trilogy didn't trample much on what the EU had established, or nothing that wasn't retroactively fixed. That's where we get them, isn't it? And of course, they'll cope and they'll cry.
Yeah, they complain about inconsistencies that have not existed for decades anymore due to the retroactive fixes.
We're on the winning team.
Indeed.
They just can't accept it.
So, the moral of the story. The EU...
The moral of the story is you're a freaking idiot. The EU is canon, and you're a fake Star Wars fan.
And
You
you
should
didn't do
be-
any actual research.
His daughter would be ashamed.
I could eat some.
You know what? I'm willing to bet if he tried to help his daughter on a homework assignment, she'd fail because he can't do research.
It was never really George Lucas's vision. It was more of a sandbox for people to come play in, to create their...
Except George made it canon because he referenced it numerous times in his movie. How does that work? Explain that to me, Greedo.
their own stories using the universe that Lucas built. And Lucas, for the most part, ignored the vast majority of what was created, occasionally assimilating tiny...
Where do we get any evidence that he ignored it? Because plenty of the behind-the-scenes stuff showcases he didn't. Dude was playing Dark Forces like a pro back when it was being developed.
Mm-hmm.
God, I would love it if George Lucas was a game streamer.
That would be so cool.
I would die a happy man.
Details, that's about it. The EU, the Star Wars saga, has always evolved. It's always changed. Things have always been rewritten, overwritten, and completely retconned.
But you're not going to show any evidence of this, are you?
Yeah, give me some examples, Greedo.
It's always stuff was overwritten, stuff clashed and broke canon with itself. The EU was terribly inconsistent, but they never give any direct examples. Like, come on, guys. Is this the best you can do? Give us a challenge for once.
The history of Star Wars canon is one that has always shifted. Boba Fett's backstory was way different in the expanded universe before the prequels existed. Were you mad about that?
If you were petty. Because they fixed it.
I wasn't. So
that's because you hated it, dude. You weren't. I don't even think you were actively following the EU when it happened. You just like when I covered that video where you hated on stuff from the EU, you just cherry picked and you didn't give in-depth explanations as to why you hated it. You just
I'm so
hated
surprised you didn't bring up Waru.
Yeah, he doesn't bring up Waru, but it's like Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc, Death Troopers.
Literally most of what he complained about, like the Disney canon has done. It's so funny.
All you can do is like the stories you like and pick and choose what stays in your own brain.
But that's going to trigger you if we decide that the entire EU is canon. If we say that, you're going to get triggered.
I like George Lucas. And just because some of the
Really? You like George Lucas? Considering you're a Disney shill, I would say that you hate George. You couldn't care less about George. I bet you're willing to go see oh god, is this the year that they're going to be re-releasing a quote-unquote original cut of Star Wars in theaters?
It'll be next year.
Yeah. Okay. I bet he's going to go see that with some buttery popcorn. That was my best Darth Melvin impression. I'm sorry. Shill Greedo likes canon breaking trash like TLJ and Andor. Ah, yes, the famous Boba Fett was a stormtrooper argument. Yeah, and that was fixed to being a misconception because of the clone troopers and sharing the same face and voice.
Stories that you liked are now considered legends isn't anything new. Don't be mad.
It actually is.
It's just Star Wars. Hello, Greedo.
It's just Star Wars. That's their justification. Don't be mad about it. It's just fiction because who the hell cares? Now, let's move away from this EU hating hack to this EU hating hack. Lucky Kennedy, who took a shot at OG Star Wars. A part of me is
the woman's a Jen.
Exactly. Oh, and this guy was he needs somebody to go after because JJ Plagiarisms refuses to be his whipping boy anymore.
Or I think he in one of the videos that Lucky did, he mentioned me to said I turned a blind eye to the JJ stuff. No, I didn't. I didn't want to get involved in drama because I was involved in drama before that ruined my love for Star Wars back in 2020, and even before that. So it's like I needed my own space.
I remember I used to defend JJ, but then I finally snapped out of it and I left him to the wolves. Dude had it coming to him. He deserves it.
Well, it's certainly been a while since I did any drama-related content on this channel, but
because JJ Plagiarisms didn't do anything too super stupid. Also because Darth Melvin did a better trilogy than you ever could.
The way OG Star Wars is acting really made me want to do this video because, oh boy, she certainly is a character.
This is Bob from... screw you for basing your name off a character from the EU. Jaina was born about 9 years after the Battle of Yavin and is seen as an adult and given huge responsibility. She would be 19 by the time she took Kip as her master and they had a fling. Last, there are no laws in universe on legal age. Check her hard drives.
FBI.
I'll bring up with what Captain Thievius is saying right now.
LK is your typical SJW, a hypocrite and a coward that argues in bad faith. Yeah. I
know that from experience because of what those, when those idiots,
I know he hates me. I'm blocked on his channel. And
he's just like those bigots I went to college with who, can't get over stupid drama. When they rejected me when I was going through hard things, they preach love and tolerance and claim they're against hate, but are like literally the very hate they're against.
I do know that Lucky, like when he was going after OG, I was in on this, and every time I tried to question Lucky, he refused to answer any of my questions. Oof. It wasn't until both me and Scran went into a buddy of his server that we were able to corner him. And of course, he put up a crap defense.
Of course.
And I actually remember I pissed this guy off once because I said I didn't support Project 4K77, which was a fan project to restore an original cut of A New Hope. Because, George Lucas wouldn't have approved of it. So I refused to watch it.
OG Star Wars is an expanded universe YouTuber, which focuses almost entirely on the old expanded universe that ran from...
Of course, he's got to do that.
Legends.
The 70s, rebooted in the 90s.
Also, how dare you show my childhood in front of me? You don't deserve Bayverse Transformers.
90s, and then was ended in 2014 by...
Oh, wait. Also, hang on. Listen to what he says.
Rebooted in the 90s.
He says rebooted in the 90s. When did the EU undergo a reboot? A reboot would imply they got rid of everything that came before. Even though Splinter of the Mind's Eye is part of the EU. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and even if like the old Marvel comics were like S canon, quasi canon, they later, a lot of them were retroactively made C canon because other stories later referenced them.
Yeah, because I read a couple, like the Luke Skywalker biography, and that does reference multiple stories from the Marvel comics. Hell, the end of the book has a section where he faces that mind Sybil again, this time as a fully experienced Jedi Knight.
And then was ended in 2014 by, well, Lucasfilm, actually, according
Where they took the dog out to the shed and shot it in the back.
to Leland Chi, and later confirmed by Pablo Hidalgo.
Also, this is on Blue Sky. Sorry to ask, but I just want to double check this. Leland Chi back in 2019 stated that the EU stopped before the sale to Disney. Is this accurate? Yep. And guess who he contacted?
Pablo Hidalgo, of all people.
Also, by the
Of
way,
course.
the year 2019 should automatically tell you that nobody's going to take this seriously. This was well after Disney, took control. Brainwashed everybody.
That is not important right now. OG Star Wars is part of a group called Gatekeepers Alliance, which consists of various other expanded universe YouTubers who have a certain political leaning.
Okay, first of all, I'm not a part of the Gatekeepers Alliance. Also, this is what triggered SK's
And neither
group.
am I.
Also, I'm here twice and Purist is here once. He hates me more than Purist.
Wow.
Yeah, this right here, this post I made months ago, this still gets people pissed. When I was calling out
a little bit closer.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to read what you said.
Oh, give me. Okay, let me know when you're finished reading.
Oh, I finished.
Okay, what'd you think?
Oh, was this? What was it specifically about?
Oh wait, which one? This or this?
Yeah, the one on the left.
Oh, this one was because people are using classic characters to support the weirdos, the degenerates, woke ideology, LGBTQ crap.
Oh, is it like changing the sexuality of like
Yes.
established characters? Like,
Well, it's them supporting the idea of people, mutilating their bodies like that, which I'm in opposition to. And this still gets people pissed. Now they call me a homophobe. Homophobe, transphobe. Oh yeah, Lucky has even gone as far as to call me a Nazi.
that's a term that has lost all meaning.
All of those terms have lost meaning. I consider them badges of honor. Just like being called toxic. Also, this had nothing to do with him. Maybe because we right-wing weirdos, I even say it in quotations, actually have common sense and a taste for high-quality entertainment. And that's because I was responding to a Ray lover. That has nothing to even do with politics, really.
Yeah, I've been called both an SJW and a fascist by like both sides. It's kind of funny.
LK accuses people he disagrees with of some of the worst things imaginable. It's like he never heard of defamation lawsuit.
Oof.
Don't worry, I got you, Brandon, you Nazi. People were so easily offended over Spider-Gay. They weren't mad when the Middle East release of Spider-Man 2 PS5 removed all rainbows. That would make it the most slightly bearable version of the game to play if it wasn't for the fact the game itself still sucks ass.
And it kind of
Think
shows that
fandom.
the big companies actually don't really care. They just pay lip service.
Exactly.
Menace and Gamergate again. Yeah, it's that
Oh my god. Listen,
certain political leaning. Think Fandom Menace and Gamergate again.
it's always the Fandom Menace and now Gamergate.
How
I don't
long
even know
ago
what
did that
Gamergate
happen?
is. The Fandom Menace isn't. We're not the Fandom Menace. We're better. Okay.
Yeah, and the Phantom Menace has
Gatekeepers
been
Alliance is
irrelevant
better.
for years.
Like, we're supporters of the Gatekeepers Alliance. We're not actual members. We kind of do our own thing.
Also, the Phantom Menace is about Phantom Menace and anti-prequel.
I don't know. I know that movement sucked though. Like it's been
Yeah,
it's
they
been dead
sprung
for
up
years.
after The Last Jedi came out. It was a reaction to
it's
that.
that bullshit again. Within this year, a YouTuber named Script Trooper, as much as I do not like him, made a pretty good video on them.
He totally thinks that one video we covered that we all took turns ripping on, the one where he attacked the Gatekeepers Alliance, is a good video. Where he pushes a bullcrap fake narrative and he doesn't prove it.
Quotes and doesn't
And
do
he
any
shares that
research.
fake image of Melvin. Gamergate died ages ago. Woke people are still mad about it. Then again, they're still triggered over your spider gay post. Oh, you wouldn't believe the amount of comments I was seeing on SK's post a while back. No, it was this morning. Actually, because I ended up being made aware of it by complete accident.
Called The Gatekeepers Alliance Are Frauds, where he basically went over how they're full of shit by going over various George Lucas quotes. And
As in cherry picking specific ones.
Yep. Stargate was among them. No, Starlog was among them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, guys, just give it up. Those quotes have been debunked for ages. Why can't you accept that?
oh boy,
They can't accept it.
the fact that they lost their shit is an understatement. Like,
Lost Ark, we responded to it and tore it apart because it was garbage. And honestly, it was just too good to pass up.
they went ballistic. They went full on Christian meltdown mode. And
dude, stop projecting. You have Christian meltdowns all the time. Like, come on, how many videos did you make about JJ plagiarisms again? Like, come on, man.
And for how many years, could he not let go of it?
He needed to make that bank. By the way, this is going to be the last video of the stream because I think everyone's dying out. I'm actually surprised I got decent numbers considering Melvin's on at the same time.
it was honestly kind of hilarious. These are the type of people, as soon as you disagree with them, will kick up shit and just slide into your chat and start spamming shit, saying that you're wrong with zero evidence whatsoever.
Dude, we provide evidence all the damn time. And if
I literally linked the George Lucas quote from Star Wars Insider 2004 where he said the Jedi wiped out the Sith.
I freaking have an entire folder of images on my phone of quotes and stuff that prove the EU was canon that I use on Twitter all the damn time. I've even shared it via my community posts. Darth Watts is the Christian of Star Wars. LK is the woke game journalist of Star Wars.
Oh, speaking of Darth Watts, I
actually have a few of his videos on my playlist too.
Oh wow.
Just in case we wanted to rip on them one day.
One day we'll have to do that. But anyways, what I was gonna say is he actually left a comment on one of Cringe Trooper's videos, and I'm so surprised he would even do that considering like Darth Watts absolutely loves the Disney canon.
Oh god. He almost reminds me of some other idiot I know who loves every single piece of Marvel media that's come out in the last few years. That guy is cringy as hell.
Ever, for zero reason aside from you dared disagree with them and spread a false narrative, even though they're the ones that are doing it.
Which, of course, you can't even provide false, debunks yourself. You're just like every other brainwashed idiot. It's all the Lucas quotes. It's not his actions. It's his words for you guys. But his actions speak louder than his words.
In Star Wars Insider 45, Scranton showed it like either today or yesterday, where he says like he uses the word universe in singular.
We got him.
So it's like your list of quotes left out that one, and it also left out the one where he said it was part of his saga. So, you're not showing every single thing he said on the EU.
But Iron Inquisitor, that means they have to admit that they were wrong, and they can't possibly be wrong. And what seriously gets me is that Lucky admitted in one of his posts that he's an EU fan, supposedly, yet he fights tooth and nail to say it's not canon. Like, what gives?
Yeah, there is a few EU fans out there that claim it was non-canon. It's why I usually don't use the term EU hater for like those who think it was non-canon. That's why I invented the Starlog quote humper term.
Yeah.
Another YouTuber I know, Darth Momo, made an
him, Darth Homo.
Yeah, me and Momo
travesty.
have weirdly agreed to disagree with each other, and he's left me alone.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I hate that idiot.
excellent 6 hour.
Freaking moron's also starting to try and get weirdly religious on me. It's creepy.
In what way?
Like, he was trying to do the whole Jesus loves you crap, and I'm like, dude, shut up.
Video basically going over a lot of the quotes that Lucas made over the years, and also
Oh my god, that video was torn apart by scruffy looking nerf herder before that guy turned traitor.
various others of the EU's canonicity to the films, which was always intended to be.
I've even torn apart some of that video here on this channel when he split it up into parts.
Oh wow.
Separate, but also connected enough that it had to line itself up with the movies. For those of you unaware, the old expanded universe had a hierarchy. Basically, the films on top, television second, books and comics third, and, detours at the bottom with non-canon material.
I seriously don't get why Detours needed its own tier.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Baffling. I just say, why not just put it in end canon? It literally doesn't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
Explicitly non-canon material to anything within its own bracket called infinities.
So you admit that the EU had a degree of canonicity, Lucky Kennedy, huh?
Notice he doesn't even show an image of the tier canonicity, the tier system on his screen, even though he totally can do it.
Yeah, and I have the screenshots from Insider, as well as the Insider issue, on my hard drive. I also have the physical copy of that exact Insider 101 issue all the way back at home 100 miles.
Hey, feel free to dump that into my Discord server anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Moving back on the topic with the grace of a glacier. It was thanks to Darth Momo that I became aware of a quote that OG Star Wars was circulating. Basically a George...
OG Star Wars made a mistake. It happens to everybody. She's only human.
Yeah.
George Lucas quote on the Hand of Thrawn duology, which looked mega suspicious, but the screenshot he included also included a guy in the comments correcting it, saying it was Timothy Zahn from theforce.net. So I dug into it and found the actual quote, and yeah, it was Timothy Zahn, not even remotely George Lucas, but then again, it's very easy to tell it's not George Lucas, because the way the quote is written, it sounds like someone actively writing the story. And guess who wrote the Hand of Thrawn duology? Timothy Zahn.
Great duology.
No duh.
I mean, it's a great series. Everybody should go ahead and read it because
Yeah,
you'll
I
find...
still have to read the second book.
I've read both a long time ago. Did I read? I think I may or may not have read that series backwards at some point for some reason. I know I was all over the place with the Callista trilogy, and that's because it's not even officially listed as a trilogy.
And of course, the comment that originally corrected her ended up disappearing for some.
Okay, OG admitted she has no idea what happened there.
Yeah, I
Either
get comments that sometimes randomly disappear from my channel.
Same here. I was trying to check out a series of comments that both I and Captain Thievius were making with each other a couple days ago, and they just vanished. I didn't even do anything to them. So it's like, it happens because YouTube is YouTube.
Reason. I don't know why, but I do have a theory that she did delete it because
AKA you just want to assume the thing that will best fit your narrative to make you seem like you're the good guy.
it flies in the face of her bullshit narrative that she's created there. But
OG Star Wars doesn't even delete comments. Right?
Yeah, as far as I know, she doesn't.
Like Scran occasionally does it if it's warranted. I kind of do it at times if somebody's like really being annoying. But other than that, it's like, no.
then again, I don't have full proof of it, and she does deny it. But then again, if she lied about the Timothy Zahn quote, what else is she willing to lie about?
You can't admit, dude, you can't. She
It was
made
an
a
honest mistake. I think there might have been a few quotes I had found that I thought one person at Lucasfilm said, but it was said by someone else. I'm trying to think of an example.
I mean, it's honest human error. It happens. I mean, for one, Lucky Kennedy, it was a mistake for you to dare try and go after our girl OG. Because, of course, we were going to come after you.
About. For those curious, you can watch Darth Momo's video on this, and if you're worried about the 6-hour runtime, you can watch the split up version, which will be...
I mean, you're killing the same amount of brain cells. You're killing the same amount of brain cells, so whatever. But but seriously, don't watch Momo's video. It's stupid. Oh, that's why you deleted those. Sorry for the confusion, Brandon. LK is treating this like a war crime. Dude, speaking up in defense of real Star Wars, yeah, that might as well be a war crime to these idiots.
In the description below. I'm just going to put this little tag on the end of the video because I've been meaning to do this in video form for some time. The JJ plagiarisms situation.
He can't let it go!
Honestly, he has some kind of obsessive disorder, I think.
He has to, because it was like he was obsessed with JJ. He was obsessed with me at some point. I mean, he's made a few videos about me. One was when he leaked a Discord call I had with him, which rapidly spiraled out of control on his end. And then he made a video accusing me of backseater because I didn't kick him off my channel immediately after the Princess Leia thing, but that was because I was very occupied that week, those 2 weeks.
Has been over for some
also
time.
Because unfortunately at times I can be extremely lazy. I'm still working on trying to fix that this year.
And I can't help but be happier for those of the victims and JJ finally moving on from this. Good job. It only took 6 years. But
just wait until he ends up digging this back up again, because you know JJ. TDS has mutated into BDS and OGDS. Yes, I'm in an acronym now. First I was in a catchphrase for screw Biden. Now I'm in BDS. Awesome. I've got to get that on a t-shirt. Ooh, the idea of selling merch. I can't hardly wait.
I kid, but it's nice to know that, we don't have to do this anymore. Either way, this has been Lucky Kennedy.
Yeah, because you moved on to me and OG as your latest victims. Well, that was horrible, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
All right, so it's time to start wrapping up the stream. So, what do you guys think about the upcoming projects for Disney Star Wars this year?
I dread
They're
the year of baloney.
They're horrible.
I dread the further character assassination of Vader. Well, anyway, guys, if you liked what you saw here today, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, always remember to be awesome. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
And out.